Alright, we're back in Xiolodgy. Here we go. Is it okay to sleep? Get some sleep on. Alright, so today I have to decide what I am doing with my big flat field over here. Got a little bit more dirt to put in on the sides. But yeah, just kind of wanted to cover this area up a bit. But I think today what I'll try to do is put some walls like that all around here. And then this is where like the lower type housing is, like the flea bottom, if you will. So I guess I'll start with the dirt though. If I even have any. I might be out. Oh, there we go. Whoa, that shadow just popped in out of nowhere. Yeah, I figured we'd try to play with shaders and... Oh. Yeah, my stream is lagging pretty hard. I wonder if... Let me try to turn off the shaders and see if that helps. See if that did anything. Oh yeah, here's so. Why does my music keep cutting out? Yeah, just kind of make this look a little bit more natural over here. I keep on double clicking with my right click. Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job here, am I? Just gotta make it look a little bit, you know, can't have this big gaping hole here, so. Stupid tall grass. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get some more dirt at some point. Dude. Just kind of get an outline of where I want this to slope down to. Alright, have it kind of contour into this right here, maybe. That should definitely suffice. I can reach up here. And maybe put a beach down here somewhere. Actually, I like that water body better over there. And I don't think poor medieval people had beaches, did they? I don't know. I wasn't there, so... I'm digging this music, though. I just found it on YouTube. It's just Nintendo lo-fi music. What the hell? Maybe I should just take down this little hill here. Yeah, it'll give me more dirt, I guess. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, we'll take it down to right here on this side. I do like dirt. Also, I'd like to go back to the Nether and find some more netherite, ancient debris, so that way I can one of the guys, Senkoi, made a data pack for renewable sand where you take a netherite brick with a sticky piston and you squash like cobblestone to gravel and then gravel to sand, and you could do like full stacks at a time. So definitely want to check that out. Sand is kind of tough to get, but cobblestone we have plenty of. Oh, I don't have haste over here. That's absurd. We have like 4 beacons. How am I not getting haste? Darn it. My headphones keep cutting out. I think this cord is toast. Maybe like a guard tower here. I don't know. I don't want to build too much because I don't want to mess up Ruben's style he's got going on. He's the one who built all this and it looks amazing. I'm not that good at building. Yeah, I had an issue last time with copyrighted music. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, but I guess it is. So no more of that. I'm hoping this ain't copyrighted anyways. I don't think it is. That looks a little bit better. I don't know, let's give her a fly around. Cool. Maybe we'll listen to some Wheel of Time books. I highly doubt that will get copyright flagged because it's just some random dude reading it, I think. Yeah, I dig this guy's music a lot. Oh, go on with yourself, huh? Get out of here. Sorry if there's an echo for a second. I want to test the volume on this one. What the frick? What? What the heck? What the frick? It says my sound ain't working. I'm gonna have to restart my laptop, I think. No, I don't need to do this. I just need to restart my laptop. So I won't see chat for a minute, but there's no one here anyways. Restart. Alright. frickin' all along the clock tower. Alright, laptop's back on. Let's get into my browser here. I don't know why Xbox like keeps inserting itself as a startup process. I have turned that off more times than I can count. Alright, we're back. Oh god, and I'm getting murdered. Okay, audio sounds fine. Alright. Game on! Maybe I should go see what CC and Ruben are working on for a minute. That's not a bad idea. We'll get this corner done though, quick. I don't know how long they'll be on though. Sometimes they stay on for a long time, sometimes they don't. They're busy. Busy, busy people. Why is my Discord not up? Where's my damn Discord? Oh, I guess I have it on the laptop. Go ahead and copy, paste, blam. Alright, get back in this game now, bye. Well, that ain't gonna work, is it? Oh. There we go. Yeah, that's looking a little better. Let's see what it looks like from far away, though. I want to make sure it looks natural. Yeah, it looks alright. Maybe a little over here looks a little weird. A little too straight. Gotta love terraforming. Gotta love terraforming, am I right? That'd probably look a little better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go up here. And I'm gonna start out just by putting this layer on, because it's a bit high up to reach it from the ground. Definitely digging the music. Shout out to this guy. What's his channel name? That's his channel name in chat. Definitely talented dude, for sure. So yeah, I guess I'll kind of work my way from the top. That's kind of hard to do, but I want to make sure to get the amount of steps right, so I'm not wasting a bunch of dirt like I did over there. Alright, now we'll do the next layer. Call this corner work. I don't know. Maybe make this a little bit bigger right here because we got more space to work with. This chair really hurts my back. I used to just play at an armchair like a lazy boy. But yeah, and I'd have my mouse on like the arm of the chair. definitely not a good way of playing PvP or even Minecraft in general. Hey, wandering victim, as Ruben calls them. Let's see what he's got. Would you stop? Bruh! Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I should probably get some of these for Ruben right here. So it's some dark oak and emeralds. And we'll sleep right quick while we're at it and grab more rockets. But I got my emerald stash over here. Boop, boop. And now we just need some spruce. I'm sure Ruben's got some somewhere. Yep. I mean, I'm just gonna give these to him, so I don't feel like I'm stealing it. And he's my base mate, so also don't feel like I'm stealing it. Neither of us are grabbing those flight duration ones. We're like, nope. No thank you. Oh god. Oh god. I forgot to sleep. So yeah, maybe in a little bit, after I run out of dirt, we'll go to the nether and try to find some more ancient debris. I almost have enough for a block. I think I need like, well, I could just check quick, I guess. So you need 9 for a block. I have 6 right here, plus another one. So I need 7 more ancient debris, and I can get it. Alright, let's hope that trader's still over here. And let's get Ruben some... Oh, that's dark oak! Son of a bitch! Ooh, I highly doubt we have that. I'm kind of tempted to buy this. 5 emeralds though for pufferfish. That's kind of a rip-off. I don't think we're gonna have any dark oak. If we do, it might be up here. Let's see. None of these look like wood, do they? Yeah. Crap. I wouldn't even know where to look for the saplings right now either. What are 25 diamonds just doing chilling in here? Put those where they belong. I guess I can get the mini heads of those. If he doesn't despawn, that is. Oh, he's got blackstone too. Alright, we need dark oak though, because that's the one I think that'll look cool with Ruben's building. Yeah, I doubt we have any up here either. I know that we were growing them for a little bit, but probably used all the wood right up. I don't even see any saplings. Oh, there they are. We'll grab some quick. Yeah, I don't think we got any of the wood though. Oh, here's the wood chest. No dark oak. Alright, I'm gonna have to go grow it quick. Grab a few bones. Need to hurry up before he goes and despawns on me. What is this Herobrine shit going on here with these spruce trees? I wonder if that's gonna be part of a tower or something. Yo, did my horse get off the roof? This is the third time I've encountered these now on this platform. Aw, I'm killing the horses with my bow. Hey, look at that! Oh, I'm gonna die. Why did that horse die? Uh-oh. Please don't die. Alright, thank you. But I want this head. I've never seen this head before. Yo! Cool. So we only ended up with one horse out of that, but... Alright, let's hurry up and get this tree growing. Good old haste and efficiency 5. I wish you... That kind of sucks that you can't insta-mine trees in any way. They should make that a thing. Maybe a gold axe? I doubt it. It's not even close. Alright, let's go get our rewards now. Haha, he's still here. Alright, so we got this one. He'll only sell us one? It's kinda, oh, that's a coal block, isn't it? I thought that was blackstone, but it's a freaking coal block. Alright. Where's your leads? Give me those. Where's the other one? Where'd it go? Oh, he still got it. Fair enough. Get shit on. Ha 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 ha. Ah 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 ah. Take your head too while I'm at it. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Alright, next layer. Huh. I just bust out a rap, dude. Never. Maybe a guitar sometime, but never rap. I'm no good at it. My brain don't think that fast. So yeah, I figured this big platform can have like a big old barn or stable, put a bunch of horses in it, cows, whatever. And then we'll put like the medieval lower income housing around it. There was a class divide even in the Middle Ages. Probably more so, actually. More defined. Let's see how this is looking again. I'd hate to get too far into it and it just looks like crap. It looks alright so far. Got a little pointy edges, but this is looking good. Good old terraforming. Nice. Do 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 do. Ha! Tweaker leaves. Oh yeah, I wanted to go see what they were up to. Getting there, getting there. Meh. He'll figure it out. If he wants to join, I don't want to bug him. Is that you, Ruben? Yeah, finish this side up quick, and then we'll go see what CC and Tweaker been working on. It is Ruben. Hello. I'm all typing in game chat. Hi. Almost got one side of this dirt done. I think it's looking all right. Yeah, I know they're still on the roof. I actually just got 3 more of them. We're at a lot of those horses now. We got 2 in the nether, 2 on the roof, and then 1 over here, unless he despawned. Yeah, oh, there he is. There's another one. So we're up to like 5 so far. Let's check our honey. I don't even know what we're going to use this stuff for, but starting to get a bunch of it. Good substitute in redstone, I guess. Oh, I got you some blocks, Ruben. I got you some mini blocks. He only sells 8 at a time, but thought maybe you'd want to use these in something. So I grabbed them. What didn't happen? I'll just throw them in this here stone chest. Whoa, the MBT data must have changed because now these won't stack together. I'm guessing it's a creeper. Oh yeah, look at this head. I got a skeleton horse head. Huh, I never knew that. That is like probably the ugliest head in the game. That is disgusting. Have it right above my bed. Oh, I can just look at the map, I guess. Let's go see what Tweaker's working on, huh? Gotta look at the map. I'm not even sure if I was right about which base is theirs. Yeah, I think that was the one I said was theirs, yeah. Oh, CC left. Okay, okay. top secret. It's a secret. I wonder why shaders would make my stream run slower. That doesn't... I guess I am encoding it with GPU, but... I don't... Let's try that again once. Because I like shaders. But the stream went to a crawl when I did it. Seems to be alright at the moment. It is a little dark on screen, too. Oh well. That no one gonna wanna see? Let's go see, I guess, what he's doing. I think his house is pretty much straight this way. The map's not too big, so you can pretty much get anywhere by flying. It does make sense it lags the screen, or stream, sorry. Yeah, I don't know, I just looked over earlier and it was lagging. He needs no sleep. Yeah, hopefully we don't get copyrighted for this music, Ruben. Hey, gravel. I don't have a lot of inventory, but I'm gonna grab it while I'm here. I thought I silk touched this damn shovel. Darn it. Red sand? What are you doing here? That's strange. Alright, well it doesn't seem to be lagging now. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Here, let me Alt-R this shit. Wait, not Alt-R, what is it? Alt... Oh yeah, Alt-R. Oof. 98% utilization. Oh, okay, Ruben. Alright, I guess I won't grab it then. I find more of it in the nether than I do in the overworld, that's for sure. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I think it's like over here, maybe? Ah, I think we might have found... Nope, that's... Yeah, I think it's over here. There it is. This place looks pretty cool with shaders. Hello. Yeah, this is a pretty cool place to build with big mesa right here. Definitely looks cool. Yeah, because I mined 50k netherrack. It's probably... I wonder how much dirt I got. I probably have more dirt. Let's see. Let's look at the old stats, huh? 173 animals bred. I've never eaten a cake. Yeah, you might be right. Let's look. times mined. Almost. Yeah, you're right. By a long shot. By a long shot, Ruben. Well, I guess if you... It's still a long ways off, but if you add the grass block to the dirt, that'll give me like 19k. The one I'm still most proud of, though, is the 132 nether ancient debris. 137 now, actually. So yeah, I need like 7 more ancient debris and we can make that crusher for Senkoi's data pack. Yeah, maybe I'll go do that right now. Yo, I never saw this base. Huh, never even noticed this was here. Wait, is that just... There's no way that's natural, right? No, I don't think so. That's pretty crazy that, like, this graphics card, man, I've never... Minecraft is the only thing I've ever seen it at above 90% utilization. Like Spider-Man Remastered, you know, even what's that game called? Oh, here's a world border. Whoops. Too far. Drunk miners wanted their mine air. Oh. I think I went the wrong way. Because we don't have mesa anywhere near us. Alright, I think we are actually getting closer. No? Ooh, I should grab some of these fans quick for TNT duper. Need the fan ones. That's not a fan, is it? Yeah, it is. That should be good for now. We only need a couple. I can't really tell which ones are even fans with the shaders on. It's so dark. These mangrove trees really were the reason I got lag. Now with shaders, your stream... Huh. I remember in past updates, bamboo, like if I would go to yeah, bamboo used to do it to my stream. Or my game, I mean, sorry. Alright, we're by spawn. Now I know where I am. What is this? Feel free to drop a dono. Okay. Well, let's try it out. I'm using a few mods to optimize FPS. Yeah, that's very possible. Like I said, I remember Bamboo doing it to me the worst. I think they've since fixed that though, where if you had a lot of Bamboo rendered, it would just drop your game to a halt. What can I give this guy for a donation though? Some golden apples? I don't know. I don't have anything else on me. Let's give this a shot. Not working. What the heck? Ha! Ha! I think it's broken. Stop. Come on. Yeah. Aw. Yeah, this ain't... Now, if you put a block behind this, though, it'd work fine, but then you wouldn't connect the rails. There we go. And I'm falling. What a smooth landing for falling off the face of a cliff. Yo, alright, alright. It seems that it's stopped here, though. One of the powered rails broke. This is pretty cool, though. Oh, I didn't know you could put minecarts in a water stream. Never knew that. Ha! That's actually pretty cool. Alright, alright. Sweet. Well. What is even going on here? That's changed a lot. Alright, so we'll go grab fire res, and then we'll go look for some more ancient debris. Because that'd be kind of cool to have that crusher machine make full stacks of sand at a time. With the cobblestone that we already have a bunch of. I have almost 3 double chests full of cobblestone over on my flat area over here. So I took down a couple of mountainous hills. Oh god. Yeah, right here there used to be like a mountain. I took that down. Probably make our iron into blocks. I'm sure this is full again. This thing is always full. Every time I check it. Hi. Yeah, Yeah, we got a lot of iron. There used to be more in here, so I'm sure there's more somewhere else. Ruben be stockpiling the iron somewhere. Or Weird might have taken it, actually. For his rail system. Looks like you've actually been using some birch. Oh yeah, you built the trees, duh. Yeah, Weird might have taken it. That was a full chest of iron blocks. That's a lot. No, neither do I. I get all my emeralds and stuff from... Stick these in here, I guess. I don't know where else to put them. Stick these in here. And I'll go put my dirt back down there. Yeah, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3 full double chests, and then more right here. So we have a crap ton of cobble. How hard was that concrete maker that you made on last season, Ruben? Was that a hard build? What was I doing? Oh yeah, fire res. There they are. Nah, not that hard. Alright. Yeah, I'll probably build that at some point too. Could probably fit it underneath the... Oh no, because it needs a long ways to drop. I was gonna say we could probably fit it underneath the platform. Oh yeah, with shaders I can see way further too. I would never be able to see that from here before. What the heck is even... It's actually kind of crazy how far I can see right now. I didn't think the server render distance was that high. Although the TNT dupe thing is a bit hard. I would have thought the 0 tick part was the hardest part. Hey, there's a third horse in here now. I went through the wrong portal. I'm just realizing this now. Should be enough food for, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. It shouldn't take me that long to find the ancient debris. That didn't require specific timing. Oh, okay. Ah, so that's what makes the duper hard, is the timing of it. Okay, that makes sense. I got like 5 different vapes on me. I'm off the cigarettes, but now I'm hooked on these damn vaporizers, man. Shit. Ah, yeah. I saw a TikTok yesterday about how to ignite TNT underwater. I don't know if it actually works, but I kind of want to try it. Not that I really need to use TNT underwater, but it's like a weird mechanic that I never knew, and I want to. And TikTok has a lot of fake shit on there, so I just want to see if it's real. Throw on some armor. Ooh, I should have healed my pick before I came down here. I don't know why I didn't do that. Cause we back in the mines. I wonder if I have the most ancient debris on the server though. We should have a contest. Now that I'm winning, we should have a contest. What's your cool idea for a plugin, Ruben? Bring up my chunk borders. So the problem is you can't really have portals close to each other. Dye the portals so they change color. I bet that would be not as hard to do as you think either, because that's kind of exactly what Mojang did with that April Fool's update. With like the integer limit worth of different dimensions. There's like billions of different dimensions. Well, Minecraft can show more than 16. Oh, dye colors. Okay. Yeah, you want to use the dye, actually. Okay. I see what you're saying. Man, I've already gone ham here. I need to find a new place to mine. Well, maybe you could have more than one of the same color, right? But if they're far enough away from each other, it just works how portals do now. So that would give people 16 different options at their own base. Maybe mind your emerald block. Oh no, Ruben! Ancient debris. Sure don't take long. It's a good strat I got. Ruben, you're dead to me. No, I'm kidding. No, they're not as rare as I thought. It's the deep slate emerald ore that's rare, not the regular emerald ore. I'm sorry. Hey, ancient debris. Man, we already almost have enough. What do I need? 7? Wait, I should have more than that, right? I can't remember. How did I get off the chunk border, though? Yeah, I'm like off the chunk border, darn it. I also want to go see what Senkoe was doing last night. I saw on Discord that he was bombing the shit out of a mesa. Is that quartz? Yeah, that's only quartz. Let's get back on the chunk border here. Oh, lava. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, there's a lot of lava. Okay. Okay. That's when we go this way. And more lava. I've got to turn off this screen effect. That drives me absolutely crazy. Where is it? Details. I don't even know how to turn it off. Anti-aliasing is off. Oh, it's not compatible with shaders. Huh. Totally don't know how to turn it off. Bye, Cece. When you broke my emerald block, Ruben, you should just blame someone else. Alright, what do we have now? 5, so 2 more, and we have enough to build the machine. Come on, 2 more. That's all I need. And then I don't have a backup set of armor, though, but I don't think I've died in quite a while now. Thanks to these handy guys that I don't even have a totem on me. Oh yeah, I popped it on that zombie. That's right. Alright, let's go on this side once. Maybe I can... Or not. Or not. Now, if this stream gets copyrighted, I have no idea what to do. I guess no music then. Oh god. I should probably drink another fire res potion. Hey, we got him. We can go. Sweet. I wonder if we're the first person to actually use this yet then, because Sakurajima didn't have slime. I'm sure he got some by now though. That was yesterday. Shoot, I don't even know where my slime is, to be honest. Maybe at the raid farm? I don't know. Alright, let's get out of here. Might as well just look for a few more while we're at it. Okay. I would really like to make my Silk Touch pick into netherite. Nothing. All right, we should be very close. Yeah, we're close. Ow. I think this is the wrong way. Why does fire do knockback? That is so dumb. Like, seriously. Alright, I took a wrong turn. Huh. Let's try up here. Yeah, I went too far, I think. I usually don't have a problem finding this. Ow. Oh, just my portal out. I know it's close. Yeah, it's this way, but I'm gonna have to dig, I think. Hey, lucky ancient debris. I've never seen it in basalt like that. Oh god. Well, I'm just gonna take another fire resistance potion. We'll swim our way out of this. Look at that. Human genius. Or not. Man, I hate how high that fire animation is. I swear I used to know how to turn that off, but... Alright, we're out. Run. Come on, let me out. Okay. Oh, I don't have an elytra on. That would help. Ow. Probably take off this F3 screen. Oh, shoot. When did Maya start screaming again? Damn, the Yogs cast. Playing Civilization. Mangrove root fuel. I think I'm gonna go to one of the Guardian farms and kill the Elder Guardians, so that way we can get some sponges, but more importantly, enough prismarine to make our part of the ocean or whatever. Heart of the ocean. A conduit. So like I said, that'll make mangrove harvesting way easier. Much, much easier. Hey, Bone Paw. You got a good name, you know that? You don't have any paws. Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah, sponge is very nice to have. I'm imagining you want this netherrack somewhere, Ruben. Is that dark oak? No. Getting messages. Yeah, I gotta go grocery shopping in a few hours. My roommate wants to go, and I always catch a free ride when I can. Alright, what was I doing now? Oh yeah, making this jump. Well, at least you have a face on every side, so you're kind of good. Hey, how did this guy... We got a mob problem around here. Need more gold. Might as well use those nuggies up. Alright, we have enough. We're there. Alright, well I'm about to waste 9 ancient netherite ingots on a block. I don't know if you can... Yeah, okay, you could tear it back apart if you need it. So yeah, if I ever need a second set of armor, I could just break this block back down. Alright, and now I believe we need a sticky piston. Boy, I don't remember what I did with any of my slime. You can't make a sticky piston with honey, right? I don't think so. I know I have slime, I just don't know where. Oh. Huh. Ah, there's 2. I think that's enough. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. Oh, did you pick it up instead of me or something? I didn't even notice. Oh, the emerald. Accidentally. I believe you. Alright, so now I need a piston. I forgot how to make one. Don't mind me, don't mind me. Alright, redstone, cobblestone, wood. Oh, I have a piston right here. What am I doing? Don't need that, don't need that. Alright. Now we can make us a sticky piston. Beautiful. Might as well make us a lever too. Just so we can test it out. After that, maybe we could put it on a clock or something. It's probably not necessary though. Really, no sticks? There we go. So we'll go like meh. And then like meh. Grab a stack of cobble. And I think we throw it on the ground there. It didn't work. Huh. Maybe I gotta crush it on something harder than wood. Maybe obsidian? Try crying obsidian. No, it's not working. It's not instant. I don't get what you mean. Huh. I'm gonna have to watch this video quick. You want me to put on Minecraft Lo-Fi, you're saying? Sure. I can oblige. Let's find a good long one. This is about the longest I could find, I think. No, I meant I suddenly realized the loaf. Oh, was it? I thought it was all Nintendo. I'll be right back. I'm gonna freshen up my coffee quick. Alright, we're back. Oh man, I didn't even notice that my shirt is all glitching out the green screen. Whoops. Oh well. Oh yeah, I want to look at Senkoi's video. I gotta remember where it is in Discord though. Updates maybe? No. Announcements. Polls. Okay, here's a video. Oh. Okay. 10% of the cobble is lost, too. So out of those 3 double chests, I'll lose, like, a whole chest. Okay. I see. So I do gotta put this on a clock then. And encase it in glass. That's a problem for later me. I'm not digging this lo-fi as much as I was the last one. I'm gonna change it back to the last one. Oh, it didn't keep my spot. Somewhere around here. Ow. Yeah, I want to get all these holes filled in so that way this looks nice over here. Don't you even think about it, creeper. Your kind ain't welcome here. Yeah, this is a Minecraft song, isn't it? Is this the one, I think? No. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. This is the one you were talking about, huh? Yep, totally. Alright, how's this looking? Ah, yes, that's looking alright. Man, this looks so much different than it used to. And now we got a bunch more to do. Good old terraforming. Definitely gonna need more dirt though. Again. Stay where you are, Mr. Creeper. Why am I getting so many messages all of a sudden? Stop it. Oh. No! You bastard. God, I hate those guys. Yeah. Make it a bit wider in some areas. Where are all these wandering villager guys coming from? Hey. I don't have a totem right now. Go away. I'm gonna go grab one. Who's he talking to? I don't know. Probably me or Ruben. Being sick sucks. What did I come to grab again? Oh yeah, totem. There we go. Yoink. I should have grabbed more rockets. Gonna have to go get more gunpowder again soon. This is a very large area. Hey. Oh yeah, this is Minecraft music again. Thought it was all Nintendo. That's what the thing says. FPS is dropping again. Alright, I'll just turn the shaders off because that fixed it last time. Maybe I could get like a lesser version of these shaders. This is like the extreme one or whatever. Like I was saying though, it's just crazy how these shaders tax GPUs so much. Like when AAA games don't even tax my GPU that much. Okay. Alright, time for more dirt, I guess. Oh yeah, I didn't even look. Yeah, it seems like it. The FPS has gone back up. Alright, so no shaders while streaming, I guess. What's the good of having a good graphics card if you can't even use it? Grab a quick sleep quick. Do I use I use Optifine. Sodium, I don't know. I like sodium. I use it on my laptop, but Optifine just has like better internal shaders and zoom feature. I don't think sodium has that. Maybe it does. Probably. Oh yeah, I was going to get dirt. Tell you what though, the terrain is a lot easier to get around now that we have Elytra. Zoom is also possible with a mod, yeah. Oh, I already have a whole shulker dirt here. Might as well grab another one, I guess. Logical zoom. I just don't like to get too heavy with the mods, but I'm open to it. Optifine's just nice. I like their internal shaders. Makes videos look a lot better than just vanilla. Did we ever figure out who has the allays, Ruben? I haven't heard anything about the allays since, like, day one. Somebody definitely grabbed them, though. I can't remember what it was saying. I think they all died? Oh, no! That is a frickin' bummer. Dude, we should just replace him with frickin' Op. 'Cause that's, like, not our fault. Yeah, none of the... I've seen both outposts, and neither of them have. That's what I was saying. We should just spawn them in, because I mean, we could still do it like where they came from, so we still got to move them and everything to make it fair, but that's like not our fault that somebody got the Allays killed on us. And I don't know when we're opening the world border more, but I'm guessing not anytime soon. Thinking about mining out that slime chunk that we got too with the TNT duper. Slime chunk farms are just not as good as the new swamp ones, but well, they're a lot more work. It's not like they're worse, they're just a lot more work. We got one near our base. Yeah, remember it's down in the Wither tunnel. I don't know, maybe I'll just download mini HUD so then we know where. Give me all the dirt. I wonder if Weird has been working on his rail system at all. We should build a cool station at our base for it to come through. Oh yeah, you probably have mini HUD, don't you? Wow. It's crazy how far away some of these things used to seem, like when we first started building this base. Like this other village, like, I don't know, everything seems so close now. How are my bees doing? Ruben, attachment, Discord. What are you showing me? I don't see like where it says slime chunk chew anywhere. Oh, many deep slate chests. Man, we don't get a lot of honey out of this thing, I tell ya. The shears are way better, I guess, like if you just want blocks. Alright, that's another little section done. You just wowing about all the deep slate ore you got? I'm gonna come down there. Right, yeah, that's about where the slime chunk is. Man, that wither was alive for like, what, 4 days? Just wreaking hell down there. We couldn't kill it! It got away from us and just was punishing us. Once we got netherite, though, it was pretty easy. Drop 25 slime. Oh, yeah, because it breaks down. Oh, it's just me and Ruben online. Yeah, the wither made all this, and then there's like another cave back there, like maybe half this size. But where I remember the slime chunk being, it's right back here. Oh, not there. Yeah, through here. Pretty sure this is the slime chunk here. There might be more than one even, but I always get a lot of slime spawns like up in this room here. It's just a lot of work to make a slime chunk farm because you gotta light up all the caves around it. Hey, that's rude. Yeah, you gotta light up all the caves around it. Oh gosh, my back is killing me. It's looking like we got another slime chunk out here though somewhere, or are you just tossing these everywhere? What are you doing? Is there a method to this mayhem, Ruben? Why'd you just throw all the slime on the ground? I'm lost. It's the can bone saw find all 25 slime? Oh yeah, I've heard of this event. It's like biannual, right? Even better question, can I find them all before they despawn? I feel like I'm Pac-Man right now. Yeah, I found them all, Ruben. That was easy. Darn it, why aren't we getting any more spawns? I want to know where they come from. Pretty sure it is up in that back room, though. Bloop! I know that some come from here. Huh. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I can't see where they're coming from. This chunk in the corner is the slime chunk, I think. I think there must be more than one, Ruben. Because I definitely get them all. Or I get some up in that room up there. What's that hole in the ceiling? Get on VC and rap to the beat, Ruben. I know you got them bars in ya. Man of many talents right there. A man of many bars. Man, I always get like super discombobulated when I'm going up or downstairs. Like right now, I feel like I'm going downstairs. It's a really weird perspective thing that just throws off my equilibrium almost. Here's where we fought our first wither. This one we eventually did kill. I lost all my gear in the process. Just hit 2 hours. Yeah, I won't go as long today as I did the other day. My roommate's home from Colorado and wants to get some stuff done, so when he gets off of work, probably a little before he gets off of work, I'll leave. And he gets home at like 3:30 my time, so that's 10:30 p.m. your time. There's a bed down there? We both sleep. Cool. We got slime chunk, but need to figure out which one it is before we can really do anything there. Like I said, just download Mini HUD and that'll tell us. Or, you know, you can just give me the seed, Ruben, and I can just look it up on Chunkbase or whatever that site is. You did, or should I? Oh, you did. Cool. Froglight. We seem to be short a couple of skeleton horses up here. Where's our... Oh, there's one. Wow, he got pretty far down there. Our roof horses shall live forever. Oh, and there's... Okay, so this must be another layer of roof. Frog clock. Hashtag frog clock. Man, I really want a panda. Nobody's found me a panda yet, Ruben. Makes me sad. Yeah, you could just... you can just look at the seed map yourself too, Ruben, to see where the slime chunk is if you don't want to give out the seed. Oh, you want a panda too? That's my meme, damn it. Screw it, I'm gonna go look for a panda for a little bit. I got those leads on me still, right? I don't. I need leads. Man, this building looks awesome, dude. I love it. We just need to cover up this villager breeder that looks like crap. Maybe I should just take it down and move it somewhere else. They're not hard to build. This thing is kind of just cluttering up our area. It's like right in the middle of everything. But the point of not sharing the seed is that it won't be used for this kind of stuff. Oh. I mean, personally, I don't think it's much of an exploit. It just saves time. But I mean, of course, that's up to you guys as the moderators. I respect it either way. I don't think it's abusive though, because if we allow stuff like Mini HUD, you can just find it out anyways. I could see like it being abused for like finding, you know, mansions and stuff like that, but we got the map anyways. That's basically the only thing our map doesn't show us is slime chunks. Oh yeah, leads. What am I doing? I always get so sidetracked. I don't remember where I put them. I just had them. Did I put them in here? No, but I guess I can just make some. But haven't used it myself. That mod probably needs the seed. No, it doesn't. It's just it just gives you like more F3 information basically. It shows up like on your screen without F3 too. Basically, it'll just have like a little green part up at the top or above your hotbar that'll say like slime chunk true or false. You don't need the seed though. Keep putting stuff in dumb spots. Can I not craft a lead? I thought leads were craftable. Heh. Oh, string, not leather. Sick. We got 50 leads. That should be enough, huh? Get us 50 frickin' pandas. Turn off these stupid chunk borders. Oh, he has started the rail line. Look at that. Okay. I can dig it. What's with all this fire? I thought fire tick was off. Weird. You have to fly super low before the entities even render. I have checked this jungle so many times for pandas. I found ocelots, but no pandas. What are you linking in chat here? Yeah, that's mini HUD, right? You don't have to do it that way though, where it shows it like that. There is just a thing that you could say, have it say true or false. Like that's actually rendering the slime chunks. Wow, that guy has really mined out a lot of the world, man. Holy cow. What version is that? I don't even see Deep Slate. I think that's an old version too. But that is the correct mod. Those 15 seconds explain you can't. Oh! Huh. That's a creeper, not a panda. Man, you have no idea how badly I want pandas, and I think it's mostly because I can't find any. There's more ocelots, like these ain't rare, but the pandas are certainly hard to find. Am I not in the right? Yeah, it's bamboo jungle. Huh. Wait. Wait. No, that's just a random block of clay. Sparse jungle, maybe? I'm gonna build you a big panda. What can I say, man? There's nothing better than an early game panda, and I did not get my early game panda this season, alright? It's like priority number 1. No early game pandas for Johnny. Oh. I think we're close to Senkoi's. We should go look at where he bombed this place out. Pretty sure it's over here somewhere. It's like right where our portal is. I know that. Oh, is this it? No. Alright, back to panda business, I guess. I want pandas. Meow. Yo, what's this? Got another base. Wait, is this a real mine shaft? This is crazy. There's a mine shaft inside of a lush cave. Our portal is on the west border. I'm assuming that you're talking about the one for the beacon mine? The terracotta mine? Yeah, that's like right on the border. I just want a panda. Maybe if I gave it more area to spawn in? Panda farm. Yeah, maybe it's just not getting good spawning locations because all the bamboo. So maybe if I take down a bunch of this bamboo, we'll get more spawns. Ruben, if you're, yeah. I don't know why I'm saving this bamboo. Don't need it. Let's see if I can get a spawn down there now. Of course not. That is not nearly a big enough area, probably. Huh. Hey, look what I found. Oh, somebody already found it, it looks like. Yep. See, ocelots are freaking everywhere, man. Just want a panda. I need to go heal my tools and stuff. Yeah, why is this all starting on fire? Maybe that's from like the first couple of days and we didn't have fire tick off or something. I'm almost out of fireworks. Alright, I'm gonna go to the mob farm then for... Ooh, wait. Did I just... Oh, it's probably snow. Gosh darn. Oh yeah, there's jungle by spawn. I forgot about that. I don't think there's bamboo jungle, though. Yeah, let's get some more gunpowder quick to fuel my addiction. Man, I want to listen to more Wheel of Time, but I don't know if that would get me kicked off stream. Well, at least have my VOD taken down like yesterday. I'm kind of doubting it. I'm kind of doubting they have recognition software for books. But it's possible. I'm going to put on some Wheel of Time, Ruben. We had a viewer for a while, but he left, so... Let's listen to a little Wheel of Time. Maybe I should start the whole thing over so we can both just listen to it whenever I stream. You probably know it better than I do, so I'm sure it'll be alright. It doesn't keep where I left off?
Welcome you to tokibook.com.
Chapter 4. Chapter 2. Saidin. Face expressionless, the Tuathawan woman stared at the banner.
Can you hear
as
the
it
book,
drooped
Ruben?
again, then turned her attention to those around the fire, especially the one reading, the one half again as tall as Perrin and twice as big. You have an Ogier with you. I would not have thought...
He didn't approve
She
of the
shook her
lack
head.
of Wheel of Time and left.
Where is Moraine?
Actually, he
Sedai?
left right when I mentioned
It
Wheel
seemed the
of Time,
dragon
funnily
banner
enough.
might as well not exist as far as she was concerned.
He was
Perrin
here for like an
gestured
hour,
toward the rough
whatever it
hut
was.
that
It might have
stood
just been
furthest
like
up the
weird or
slope at the
tweaky
far
or
end of the
something.
bowl. With walls and sloping roof of unpeeled logs, it was
Oh,
the
you hear it? Cool.
largest, though not very big at that. Perhaps just barely large enough to be called a cabin rather than a hut. That one is hers. Hers and Lan's. He is her warder.
Right? Perrin's a
When
big
you have had
dude,
something
man.
hot to drink. No, I must speak to Moraine. He was not surprised. All the women who came insisted on speaking to Moraine immediately and alone. The news that Moraine chose to share with the
Oh,
rest
you
of them
can't
did not
hear me
always
at the
seem very
same
important.
time because same
But
volume?
the women held the intensity of a
Okay.
hunter stalking the last rabbit in
I
the
can
world for
probably
his starving
fix that.
family. The half-frozen old
So
beggar
just
woman
turn
had
it
refused
down,
blankets
you're
and a
saying
plate of
probably?
hot stew, and tramped up to Moraine's hut,
Is
barefoot
that better?
in still falling snow. Leah slid from her saddle and handed the reins up to Perrin. Will you see that she is fed? She patted the piebald mare's nose. Pisa is not used to carrying me over such
Okay,
rugged
cool.
country. Fodder is scarce still, Perrin told her, but she'll have what we can give her. Leah nodded and went hurrying away up the slope without another word, holding her bright green skirts up, the blue embroidered red cloak swaying behind her. Perrin swung down from his saddle, exchanging a few words with the men who came from the fires to take the horses. He gave his bow to the one who took Stepper. No, except for one raven, they had seen nothing but the mountains and the Tuathawan woman. Yes, the raven was dead. No, she had told them nothing of what was happening outside the mountains. No, he had no idea whether they would be leaving soon.
Yeah, that's why I put him on there.
He added to himself. Moraine had kept them
Better
there
than
all
the
winter.
carpet.
The Shinarans did not think she gave the orders, not here.
Wow, you haven't been here in a
But
while
Baron
if you
knew
didn't
that
notice
Aes
that.
Sedai somehow
I did
always
that
seemed
when
to get their way,
Diamond Doof broke the
especially
farm not
Moraine.
long ago. Or probably
Once the
a
horses
week
were led
ago
away
already.
to the rude log stable, the riders went to warm themselves. Baron tossed his cloak back over his shoulders and held his hands out to the flames gratefully. The big kettle, Baerlon work by the look of it, gave off smells that had been making his mouth water for some time already. Someone had been lucky hunting today, it seemed, and
How
lumpy
did he hit
roots
me?
circled another fire close by, giving off an aroma faintly like turnips as they roasted. He wrinkled his nose and concentrated on the stew. More and more he wanted meat above anything else. The woman in men's clothes was peering toward Leah, who was just disappearing into Moraine's hut. "What do you see, Min?" he asked. She came to stand beside him, her dark eyes
Yeah,
troubled.
these farms could be
He did not understand
pretty
why
hard
she
to get
insisted
under
on
control
breeches
when they're
instead of
broken
skirts.
if you don't know what to do.
Perhaps it was because he knew her.
That's why I
but
don't
he could
put
not see
the
how anyone
build-up
could look at
pillar.
her and see a too
I don't put it
handsome
right
youth
under here,
instead of
because
a
all you
pretty
gotta do
young
is
woman.
break the floor out, and then they
"The
fall
tinker
down
woman's
while you
going to
fix the
die,"
walls.
she said softly, eyeing the others near the fire.
I've died so many deaths
was
in
close enough to
Skyblock
hear.
trying to fix these farms before I figured that
He
out.
was still thinking of Leah's gentle face. Ah, light. Tinkers never harm anyone. He felt cold despite the warmth of the fire. Burn me, I wish I'd never asked. Even the few Aes Sedai who knew of it did not understand what Min did. Sometimes she saw images and auras surrounding people, and sometimes she even knew what they meant. Masuto came to stir the stew with a long wooden spoon,
Yeah, we
The
need a
Shinaran
dedicated
eyed
creeper
them.
farm.
then laid a finger
After
alongside
using the
his
raid
long
farm and the
nose
gold
grinned
farm
widely before
and
he
stuff
left.
like this just feels so slow.
"Blood and ashes," Min muttered. "He's probably decided we are sweethearts murmuring to each other by the fire." "Are you sure?" Perrin asked. She raised her eyebrows at him, and he hastily added, "About Leah." "Is that her name? I wish I didn't know. It always makes it worse, knowing and not being able to... Perrin, I saw her own face floating over her shoulder, covered in blood, eyes staring. It's never any clearer than that." She shivered and rubbed her hands together briskly.
I still think you
but I
should
wish I
make
saw more
videos
happy
in
things.
Dutch, Ruben.
All the happy
I
things
bet you
seem to
there's
have gone
not
away.
like a million people
He
doing
opened his
that.
mouth to suggest warning.
I guess
Leah,
there's
then
probably
closed it
also
again.
not millions of people
There was
looking to
never
watch
any doubt
videos
about
in
what
Dutch
Min
either,
saw
though.
and knew, for good or bad. If she was certain, it happened.
Did I use all the glass?
Blood
I
on
don't
her
think I
face,
used
he
any.
muttered. Does that mean
Oh,
she was
yeah,
bound by
yeah, the stuff
violence?
down by the villagers. Yeah, I
He
used that a
winced
long
that he
time
said
ago.
it so easily.
For all the
What
bottles
can I
inside
do?
of the
If I tell Leah, if I make her believe
Honey-
somehow, she'll live her last
honey
days in
farm.
fear, and it will change nothing. Min gave a short nod.
If you want, I can come
She's
back
going to
and
die
buy
by
some
violence
for
if
you,
we meet an
because
attack in
I
the camp.
have cheap
But
trades
there
with
were
them.
scouts out every day, and guards set day and night, and Moraine had the camp warded, so she said. No creature of the Dark One would see it unless he walked right into it.
Yeah, I'll come back
thought of
right
the
now
wolves.
quick and buy some
No.
glass for you.
The scouts would find anyone or anything trying to approach the camp. "It's a long way back to her people," he said, half to himself. "Tinkers wouldn't have brought their wagons any further than the foothills. Anything could happen between here and there." Min nodded sadly. "And there aren't enough of
Yeah,
us
I'm
to
not
spare
gonna.
even one
Where is this
guard
portal gonna take me?
even if it would
That's the
do any
problem with
good.
this portal. Whoa!
She
It
had
actually
told
took
him.
me to the
She had
roof.
tried warning people about bad things.
Oh,
when,
is
at
one
6
got
or 7,
zombified? I
she
think
at
I know
first
which one you're
realized not
talking
everyone
about. Like
could
the
see what
one
she saw.
second to the end.
She would not say more, but he had the impression that her warnings had only made matters worse when they were believed at all. It took some doing to believe in Min's viewings until you had proof. "When?" he said. The word was cold in his ears and hard as tool steel. "I can't do anything about Leah, but maybe I can figure out whether we're going to be attacked." As soon as the word was
I'm
out
a
of his
coming.
mouth,
I'm a
she threw
coming.
up
I
her
just
hands.
gotta put a couple
She kept her
things
voice down,
away.
though. "It isn't like that. I can never tell when something is going to happen. I only know it will. If I even know what I see means. You don't understand.
Oh, you got glass
The scene
already? I
doesn't
came
come
back
when I
to
want
buy
it
it
to,
for you because I have
and neither
cheaper
does
trades.
knowing. It just happens.
White
And sometimes
stained?
I know. Something. A little bit.
Hi.
It just happens." He tried to get a soothing word in, but she was letting it all out in a flood he could not stem. "I can see things around a man one
I'll
day and not the
replenish us
next,
with
or the other
glass.
way around. Most of the time I don't see anything around anyone. Aes Sedai always have images around them, of course,
Oh,
and warders,
yeah, this is the
though it's
right
always
guy.
harder to say what it means with them than with anyone else. She gave Perrin a searching look, half squinting. A few others always do, too. Don't tell me what you see when you look at me, he said harshly.
Ooh, he's
Then
being
shrugged
mean
his
to
heavy
Min.
shoulders.
Perrin.
Even as a child,
Min
he
is
had
a
been bigger than
sweetheart.
most of the others, and he had quickly learned how easy it was to hurt people by accident when you were bigger than they. It had made him cautious and careful, and regretful of his anger when he let it show. I am sorry, Min. I shouldn't have snapped at you. I did not mean to hurt you. She gave him a surprised look. You didn't hurt me. Blessed few people want to know what I see. The light knows I would not, if it were someone else who could do it. Even the Aes Sedai had never heard of anyone else who had a
Perrin
gift.
is being mean. What the hell, man?
Gift was
He's
how
supposed
they
to be the
saw it,
nice
even
guy.
if she did not.
Between him and Matt
It's just that I wish there was
and
something I could do
Rand.
about Leah.
He's supposed to be the nice
I couldn't
one.
stand it the way you do, knowing and not able to do anything. Strange, she said softly. How you seem to care so much about the Tuathalan. They
Might
are
as
utterly
well grab
peaceful,
some more
and I always
XP
see
bottles while
violence
I'm at
around.
it.
He turned his head away.
That's something
and
I
she
could
cut
do
off
too, is
abruptly.
go make that shop for XP bottles.
Tuathalan?
Came a rumbling voice, like a huge bumblebee.
I need somebody at level 0
What
though,
about the
so I can
Tuathalan?
find out how many
The
bottles it
Ogier
takes
came
to get to
join
level
them at the
30.
fire, marking his place in his book with a finger the size of a large sausage. A thin streamer of tobacco smoke rose from the pipe in his other hand.
Let's give him
His
a
high-necked
wife and
coat
then
of
kill
dark
her in the
brown
first
wool
episode.
buttoned
I
up
know,
to
it
the
was
neck
so
and flared
pointless.
at the knee over
So
turned-down boot
pointless, like,
tops.
because Fail was supposed to
Perrin
be
stood
like his
hardly as
first
high as
love,
his
you know what I
chest.
mean? Like, that's so dumb that they would change
Loyal's
that.
face had frightened more than one person, with his nose broad enough almost to be called a snout. and
Fail
his
doesn't come
too-wide
into the
mouth.
picture for a while, I don't think.
His eyes were the size of saucers, with thick eyebrows that dangled like mustaches almost to his cheeks. And his ears
bird
poked
lady.
up through long hair and tufted points. Some who had never seen an Ogier took him for a Trolloc, though Trollocs
I
were
like
as much
Loyal.
legend to most of
He's a
them
good
as
one
Ogier.
too.
Loyal's wide smile wavered, and his eyes blinked as he became aware of having interrupted them. Perrin wondered how anyone could be frightened of the Ogier for long. Yet some of the old stories call them fierce and implacable as enemies. He could not believe it. Ogier were enemies to no one. Min told Loyal of Leah's arrival, but not of what she had seen. She was usually close-mouthed about these seeings, especially when they were bad. Instead, she added, "You should know how I feel, Loyal, suddenly caught up by Aes Sedai and these two rivers folk." Loyal made a non-committal sound, but Min seemed to take it for agreement. "Yes," she said emphatically. "There I was, living my life in Baerlon as I liked it, when suddenly I was grabbed up by the scruff of the neck and jerked off to the light knows where. Well, I might as well have been.
Did they show Ogre in
My
the
life
show?
has not been my own since I met Moraine. And these Two Rivers farm boys.
Yeah,
rolled her
it's
eyes at
definitely
Perrin,
probably more
a wry
accurate than
twist to her
Shrek,
mouth.
that's for sure, but
All I wanted was
I
to
didn't
live
know
as I
that they
pleased,
had
fall
Ogier in
love
the
with a
show
man I
yet.
chose. Her cheeks reddened suddenly, and she cleared her throat. I mean to say,
I don't know, it's been a year since I
what is
watched
wrong with
it.
wanting to live your life without all this upheaval?
Is Loyal in the show already?
Oh,
In the
Buren.
first, yeah, I
Loyal
guess they
began.
find him in Camelin.
Perrin
So he
waved at
would
him
be
to
in the
stop,
first-
But the Ogier could seldom
Yeah,
be
he would be
slowed,
in. I
much
can't
less
remember what he
stopped,
looks like.
when one of his enthusiasms had him in its grip. He was accounted extremely hasty by the Ogier way of looking at things. Loyal pushed his book into a coat pocket and went on, gesturing with his pipe.
All of us, all of our lives, affect the lives of others, Min. As the wheel of time weaves us into the pattern, the life thread of each of us pulls and tugs
He
at
looks.
the life
Oh
threads around us.
yeah, now I know what you're
Taviran are
saying.
the same.
Yeah, he should
only
be.
much,
He shouldn't
much
look
more
human.
so.
He should be like
They tug at the entire pattern.
12 feet or
for a
something. I
time
thought he
at
was in the
least,
books.
forcing it to shape around them. The closer you are to them, the more
So
you
like
are
4
affected
meters tall. I
personally.
thought.
It's said that if you were in the same room with Utter Hawkwing, you could feel the pattern rearranging itself. I don't know how that is true, but I've read that it was. But it doesn't
Well,
only
you're
work
saving the
on
world, Ruben.
Taviran
One stained glass
themselves
at a
are woven to
time.
a tighter line than the rest of us, with fewer choices.
I lost my
Perrin
emeralds in
grimaced.
there. Give them back.
Mighty few of the ones that matter. Min tossed her
Give
head.
them back.
I just wish they didn't have to be
Darn it.
so bloody Taviran all the time. Taviran tugging on one side and Aes
Give
Sedai
it.
meddling on the other? What chance does a woman have? Loyal shrugged.
Very little, I suppose, as long as she stays close to Taviran.
As if I had a choice, Min growled.
It was your good fortune, or misfortune, if you see it that way, to fall in with not one, but 3 Taviran. Rand, Matt, and Perrin.
Stop taking my
I
emeralds.
myself counted very good fortune, and would even if they weren't
Why is
my
the book getting all
friends.
quiet?
I think I might even...
The Ogier looked at them, suddenly shy, his ears twitching.
Promise you will not laugh. I think I might write a book about it. I have been taking notes.
Min smiled, a friendly smile, and Loyal's ears pricked back up again.
Aww.
That's wonderful, she told him. But some of us feel as if we're being danced about like
Exactly
puppets
how
by
you
these
imagined his voice.
I didn't ask for
I think
it.
I imagined
Perrin
it
burst out.
deeper because
did
in the
not
books it
ask for
describes it as like almost like a
She
thunder
ignored
rumble.
him.
Is that what happened to you, Loyal? Is that why you travel with Moraine? I know you Ogier almost never leave your steading. Did one of these Taviran tug you along with him? Loyal became engrossed in a study of his pipe.
All right, there's
I
a bunch
just
more
wanted to
glass
see
down
the
now here,
groves the
or down
Ogier
here now,
planted,
Reuben.
He muttered.
So you should be good
Just to see the grove.
for a while, anyways.
He glanced at Perrin as if asking for help, but Perrin only
If not,
grinned.
there's emeralds.
Let's see how the shoe nails onto your hoof. He did not know all of it, but he did know Loyal had run away. He was 90 years old, but not yet old enough by Ogier standards to leave the steading. Going
Oh, I need to
outside,
invest
they
in a
called
new
it,
chair, I think.
without the permission of the elders.
This chair is not good
Ogier
for my
lived a
back.
very long time, as humans
I broke
saw
my
things.
back when I was like 18.
Loyal said the elders
And I
would
don't
not
have
be
a
best
lot of
pleased
problems with
when they
it,
put
but
their
I
hands on him
definitely do
again.
have some.
He seemed intent on putting that moment off as long as possible.
Cold weather. Oh yeah, that's
There
really
was a
going to
stir
pop,
among the
that white
Shienarans.
glass.
Men getting to their feet.
That's going to look nice.
Rand was coming out of Moraine's hut. Even at that distance, Perrin could make him out clearly, a young man with reddish hair and gray eyes.
So what do you
He was
think,
of an
though,
age
about
with
taking
Perrin,
down the
and
villager
would stand
breeder?
half a head taller if they were side by side, though Rand was more slender, if still broad across the shoulders. Embroidered golden thorns ran up the sleeves of his high-collared red coat, and on the breast of his dark cloak
Oh,
stood the
that
same
stuff
creature
uses a
as on the
crap
banner,
ton of that,
the four-legged
those
serpent with the golden
amethysts.
mane. Rand and he had grown up together as friends. Are we still friends? Can we be, now? The Shienarans bowed as one, heads held up but hands to knees.
Let's leave the mountain there.
Lord Dragon, Uno called. We stand ready. Honor
It's
to
just so
serve.
close to your pretty building, Reuben.
Uno,
That's
who
what I
could
don't
hardly
like
say a
about it,
sentence
but-
without a curse, spoke now with the deepest respect. The others echoed him. Honor to serve. Massima, who saw ill in everything, and whose eyes now shone with utter devotion.
I don't know. I'll
Dragon.
just leave it for now
All of
then.
them awaiting a command, if it were Rand's pleasure to
Because
give
if we
one.
wanted to put something on this
From the
mountain, we could
slope,
just build
Rand
it on
stared
top
down
of
at them
this.
a moment, then turned and disappeared into the trees. He has been arguing with Moraine again, Min said quietly.
Just
All
covers
day
up
this
so
time.
much of your pretty build.
Perrin was not surprised, yet he still felt a small shock. Arguing with an Aes Sedai. All the childhood tales came back to him. Aes Sedai
We'll leave
made
it though.
thrones
That
and
was the
nations
first day
dance
of the
to their hidden
server, I
strength.
guess.
Aes Sedai,
It's
whose
kind of
gift
a
always had a hook in
timestamp.
it, whose price was always smaller than you could believe, yet always turned out to be greater than you could imagine.
You know, I've never used tinted
Aes
glass or
Sedai, whose anger
anything.
could break the
It's
ground
pretty
and
cool that you
summon
can make
lightning.
roofs of mob farms
Some of
with
the
it, though.
stories were untrue, he knew now. And at the same time, they did not
I mean, it
tell the
looks
half.
good. I personally like the white better, though, myself.
I had better go to him, he said.
I don't think it looks bad,
After
though.
they argue, he always needs someone to talk to. And
Yeah, I
aside
think
from
the white
Moraine and
just
Lan,
kind of
there
pops
were only
more.
the three of them, Min, Loyal, and him, who did not stare at Rand as if he stood above kings. And of the three, only Perrin knew him from before. He strode up
They
the
both
slope,
look good.
pausing only to glance at the closed door of Moraine's hut. Leo
Yeah,
would be in there,
they both
and
look
Lan.
good.
The warder seldom let himself get far from the Aes Sedai's side. Rand's much smaller
Or let's
hut
just
was
get
a little
weird
lower
with it and
down,
put some
well
lime
hidden in
green
the
glass
trees,
in
away
there,
from all the
Reuben. I
rest.
think that's what we should do. Some
He
lime
had tried
green.
living down among the other men, but their constant awe drove him off. He kept to himself now, too much to himself to Perrin's thinking. But he knew Rand was not headed to his hut now. Perrin hurried on to where one side of the bowl-shaped valley suddenly became sheer cliff, 50 paces high and smooth, except for tough brush clinging tenaciously here and there.
All right, so
He
what
knew
do you
exactly
build
where
these
it
walls
cracked in
out
the
of?
gray
It looks
wall lay,
like,
an opening
is that
hardly wider than
smooth
his
stone or
shoulders.
is that smooth
With only a
andesite?
ribbon of late afternoon light overhead, it was like walking down a tunnel. Half a mile the crack ran, abruptly
Okay, that's
opening
just
out
regular
into a
smooth
narrow
stone.
vale, less than a mile long.
So that's a lot of
Its
smelting.
floor covered with rocks and boulders, and even the steep slopes were thickly forested with tall leatherleaf and pine and fir. Long shadows stretched away from the sun sitting on the mountain tops. The walls of this place were unbroken, save for the crack, and as steep as if a giant axe had buried itself in the mountains. It could be even more easily defended by a few than the bowl.
We could
But
use
it had
honey
neither
blocks as
stream nor
windows.
spring. No one went there, except Rand, after he argued with Moraine. Rand stood not far from the entrance, leaning against the left trunk of a leather leaf, staring at the palms of his hands. Perrin knew that on each there was a heron, branded into the flesh. Rand did not move when Perrin's boot scraped on stone. Suddenly Rand began to recite softly, never looking up from his hands. Twice and twice shall he be marked, twice to live and twice to die. Once the heron to set his
Oh
path,
yeah, the heron
twice
blade.
the heron to name him true. Once
So
the dragon
Rand's
for
already
remembrance
going
lost,
crazy in book 3.
twice the dragon for
Crazy.
the price he must pay. With a shudder, he tucked his hands under his arms. But no dragons yet, he chuckled roughly. Not yet. For a moment, Perrin simply looked at him. A man who
Are
could
wasps
channel the one
attracted to
power.
honey? Probably. They're
A
attracted to
man
soda.
doomed to go mad from the taint on Saidin, the male half of the true source, and certain to destroy everything around him in his madness. A man, a thing, everyone was taught to loathe and fear from childhood. Only, it was hard to stop seeing the boy he had grown up with. How do you just stop being somebody's friend? Perrin chose a small boulder with a flat top and sat waiting. After a while, Rand turned his head to look at him. Do you think Matt is all right? He looked so sick the last time I saw him. He must be all right by now. He should be in Tarvalin by now.
Yeah, honey is a
They'll
crazy
be there.
substance in real life. Like, it's weird, like,
Nynaeve and Egwene will keep him
that
out
it
of
never
trouble.
spoils. Like, we found honey
Egwene
from the
and Nynaeve,
ancient
Rand and
Egyptians
Matt
that they
and
say that
Perrin.
you could still eat.
All 5 from Emmons Field and the Two Rivers. Few people had come into the Two Rivers
Say it
from
never
outside,
spoils.
except for
It,
occasional
like,
peddlers
crystallizes,
and
though.
merchants once a year to buy wool and tobacco. Almost no one had ever left, until the wheel chose out its Taviran, and 5 simple country folk could stay where they were no longer. Could be what they had been no longer. Rand nodded and was silent. Lately, Perrin said, I find myself wishing I was still a blacksmith. Do you wish you were still just a shepherd? Duty, Rand muttered.
Where are they now? Like, what
Death is
location?
lighter than a feather, duty heavier than a mountain. That's what they say in Shinar.
Trying to think.
The Dark One is stirring, the last battle is coming, and the Dragon Reborn has
Where
to
did
face
the
the Dark One
end
in the
of
last battle, or the
The
shadow
Great
will
Hunt
cover
end?
everything.
Down at that tower, like
The
down
wheel
by
of
the
time
south
broken.
coast, right?
Every
like
age
Ilion,
remade
maybe?
in the Dark One's image. There's only me. He began to laugh mirthlessly, his shoulders shaking. I have the duty
Or is
because
that
there
way
isn't anybody
later?
else now, is there? Perrin
I don't know.
shifted
It didn't
uneasily.
really say, I don't think.
The laughter had a raw edge that made his skin crawl.
I think they're all in
understand we're arguing
different.
with
Oh no,
Moraine again.
Perrin
Same
and Rand
thing.
are together.
Rand drew a deep, ragged breath. Don't we always argue about the same thing? They're down there, on Almuth Plain, and the light alone knows where else. Hundreds of them.
Yeah, one of those
Thousands.
two. The one with the
They
giant
declared for the Dragon Reborn because I raised
Angriel
that
or
banner.
whatever. I think
Because I
that's
let
where the
myself
Great
be
Hunt
called the
ended, but that
Dragon.
might be where this book
Because I
ends,
could see no other
actually.
choice. And they're dying. Fighting, searching, and praying for the man who was supposed to lead them. Dying. And I sit here safe in the mountains all winter. I owe them something.
Some plane.
You think I like it? Perrin swung his head in irritation.
Hmm.
You take whatever she says to you, Rand grated. You never stand up to her. Much good it has done you, standing up to her.
Maybe.
You have argued all winter, and we have sat here like lumps all winter.
I don't think it really said,
Because she
like
is
in the
right.
beginning of the book.
Rand laughed again, that chilling laugh. The light burned
I'm
me,
sure
she
it
is
did,
right.
and I just didn't notice.
They are all split up into little groups all over the plain, all across Taraban and Aradoman.
Taraban.
If I join any one of them, the White Cloaks and the Domani army and the Tarabaners will be on top of them like a duck on a beetle. Perrin almost laughed himself in confusion. If you agree with her, why in the light do you argue all the time? Because I have to do something, or I'll burst like a rotted melon. Do what? If you listen to what she says... Rand gave him no chance to say they would sit there forever. Moraine says! Rand jerked erect, squeezing his head between his hands. Moraine has something to say about everything. Moraine says I mustn't go to the men who are dying in my name. Moraine says I'll know what to do next because the pattern will force me to it. Moraine says... But she never says how I'll know. Oh no, she doesn't know that. His hands fell to his sides and he turned toward Perrin, head tilted and eyes narrowed. Sometimes I feel as if Moraine is putting me through my paces like a fancied tyrant stallion, doing his steps. Do you ever feel that? Perrin scrubbed a hand through his shaggy hair. Whatever is pushing us, or pulling us, I know who the enemy is, Rand. Baalzamon, Rand said softly. An ancient name for the Dark One. In the Trolloc tongue, it meant Heart of the Dark.
Who do you think is the most
And I
annoying
must face him,
character?
Perrin. His eyes closed in a grimace, half smile, half pain. Might help me. Half the time I want it to happen now, to be over and done with, and the other half... How many times can I
I
manage
don't know.
to...
I think I like most of the characters.
Light, it pulls at me so...
Maybe that white cloak
What if I can't-
dude, the Baron
I-
or whatever his name is.
The ground trembled.
Out of the main characters, though,
Rand? Perrin said worriedly.
I guess maybe
Rand shivered.
Nynaeve, because she's always
Despite the
bitching
chill,
about
there was
something.
sweat on his face.
But she's cool too.
His eyes
She's
were
like,
still shut tight.
she's hardcore, dude.
Oh, Light, he groaned. It pulls so... Suddenly the ground heaved beneath Perrin and the valley echoed with a vast rumble. It seemed as if the ground was jerked out from under his feet. He fell, or the earth leaped up to meet him. The valley shook as though a vast hand had
Yeah,
reached
this
down
is
from
starting
the
to
sky
look a lot
reach it out
better
of the
now
land.
that I'm
He clung to the
adding
ground while I
sides
tried
to it.
bounce him like a ball.
That actually looks pretty natural right there,
Pebbles in
too.
front of his eyes leaped and tumbled, and dust rose in waves.
Yeah, I guess I would have to say
Rand!
Nynaeve, just because she's always
His bellow
bitching
was
about
lost in a
something, but
grumbling
I still
roar.
like her.
Rand stood with his head thrown back, his eyes still shut tight. He did not seem to feel the thrashing of the ground that had him now at one angle, now at another. His balance never shifted, no matter how he was tossed. Perrin could not be certain, being shaken as he was, but he thought Rand wore a sad smile. The trees flailed about, and the leather leaf suddenly cracked in two, the greater part of its trunk crashing down not 3 paces from Rand. He noticed it no more than he noticed any of the rest.
You know, Rand also
Perrin struggled to
actually
fill his
gets
lungs.
annoying, though, because he's always on some
Rand,
crybaby
for the
shit
love of the light,
now that he's
Rand,
going
stop
crazy.
it! As abruptly as it had
He's
begun,
like, the
it was
world
done.
sucks just for
A
me
weakened
and no one
branch
else.
cracked off of a stunted oak with a loud snap. Perrin got to his feet slowly, coughing.
Who do you
Dust
think
hung
is
in
the
the
most
air,
annoying character?
Sparkling motes in the rays of the setting sun. Rand was staring at nothing now, chest heaving as if he had run 10 miles. This had never happened before, nor anything remotely like it. Rand, Perrin said carefully. What? Rand still seemed to be looking into a far distance. It is always there, calling to me, pulling at me. Saidin, the male half of the true source. Sometimes
Oh,
I can't
I
stop
got a Discord
myself from
message.
reaching
I
out for
didn't
it.
notice that.
He made a motion of plucking something out of the air, and transferred his stare to his closed fist.
Oh, that was
I can
from
feel
earlier.
the taint even before I touch it. The Dark One's taint, like a thin coat of vileness trying to hide the light. It turns my stomach, but I cannot help myself. I cannot. Only sometimes I reach out, and it's like trying to catch air. His empty hand sprang open,
Rand
and he gave
means
a bitter
edge.
laugh. What if that happens when the last
Huh.
battle comes? What if I reach out and catch nothing?
I don't even know if Rand means anything
Well,
in
you caught
English.
something that time, Perrin
Not
said
that I can
hoarsely.
think of. It's probably a
What were
word,
you
but
doing? Rand looked around as if seeing things for the first time. the fallen leather leaf, and the broken branches. There was, Perrin realized, surprisingly little damage. He had expected gaping rents in the earth. The wall of trees looked almost whole. I did not mean to do this. It was as if I tried to open a tap and instead pulled the whole tap out of the barrel. It filled me. I had to send it somewhere before it burned me up, but I did not mean this. Perrin shook his head. What use to tell him to try not to do it again? He barely knows more about what he's doing than I do. He contented himself with, there are enough who want you dead.
Oh, I didn't even think of
and the
that.
rest
So
of
you
us,
read these books
without you doing the job for them.
in Dutch?
Rand did not seem to be listening.
That's kind of interesting.
We had best get on back to the camp. It will be dark soon. And I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. What? Oh, you go on, Perrin. I will be along. I want to be alone again a while. Perrin hesitated, then turned reluctantly toward the crack in the valley wall. He stopped when Rand spoke again. Do you have dreams when you sleep?
Nice. That's
Good
kind of cool.
dreams? Sometimes, Perrin said warily. I don't remember much of what I dream. He had learned to set guards.
That's
on his
crazy to me that you've never read Harry Potter.
There are always dreams, Rand said, so softly Perrin barely heard. Maybe they tell us things, true things. He fell silent, brooding. Supper's waiting, Perrin said, but Rand was deep in his own thoughts. Finally, Perrin turned.
Oh, I
and
thought
left
you
him
said that you
standing
didn't
there.
read Harry Potter. Oh, never mind. That's from before.
Chapter 3. News from the Plain. Darkness shrouded part of the crack, for in one place the tremors had collapsed a part of the wall against the other side, high up. He stared up at the blackness warily before hurrying underneath, but the slab of stone seemed to be solidly wedged in place. The itch had returned to the back of his head, stronger than before. No, burn me, no! It went away. When he came out above the camp, the bowl was filled with odd shadows from the sinking sun. Moraine was standing outside her hut, peering up at the crack. He stopped short. She was a slender, dark-haired woman, no taller than his shoulder, and pretty, with the ageless quality of all Aes Sedai who had worked with the One Power for a time. He could not put any age at all to her, with her face too smooth.
Oh, yeah, there's stupid ads on this. I don't know. I think
for
they're
many
still worth a
years,
read,
and her
Ruben.
dark eyes
They're a
too wise
quick
for you.
read, too. It won't take you
Her
long.
dress
It's
of
not like
deep
Wheel
blue
of
silk
Time.
was disarrayed and dusty.
Big
Wisps
words.
stuck out in her usually well-ordered hair.
I think it's worth
A
a
smudge
read,
of
but that's up
dust
to
lay
you.
across her face. He dropped his eyes.
It really gets good in, like, the
She knew
fourth
about
book.
him.
Like,
She
it's
and
a little
Lan alone
childish
of those
before
in
the
the camp.
fourth, but it gets
He did
really
not
good
like
after
the knowing
that.
in her face when she looked into his eyes. Yellow eyes. Someday, perhaps, he could bring himself to ask her what she knew. And Aes Sedai
Well, I
must know
think
more
this
of
is
it
looking
than he
pretty
did.
good.
But this was not the time. There never seemed to be a time. He didn't mean. It was an accident. An accident, she
Yeah,
said
this is
in a
looking
flat
all right.
voice, then shook her head and vanished back inside the hut.
Yeah, we'll get a big wall
The door
around
banged
here.
shut a little loudly.
It's gonna look sweet.
Perrin drew a deep breath and continued on down toward the cook fire.
What's up
There
with
would
the
be
hero
another
brined
argument between
out
Rand and the Aes Sedai in the morning, if not tonight.
spruce
Half a
trees?
dozen trees lay toppled on the slopes of the bowl, roots ripped out of the earth in arcs of soil. A trail of scrapes and churned ground led down to the stream side and a boulder that had not been there before. One of the huts up the opposite slope had collapsed in the tremors, and most of the Shienarans were gathered around it, rebuilding it. Loyal was with them. The Ogier could pick up a log it would take 4 men to lift. Uno's curses occasionally drifted down. Men stood by the fires, stirring a kettle with a disgruntled expression. There was a small bruise on her cheek, and a faint smell of burned stew hung in the air. "I hate cooking," she announced, and peered doubtfully into the kettle. "If something goes wrong with it, it isn't my
okay.
fault. Rand spilled half of it on the fire with his... What right does he have to bounce us around like sacks of grain?" She rubbed the seat of her breeches and winced. When I get my hands on him, I'll thump him so he never forgets." She waved the wooden spoon at Perrin as if she intended to start the thumping with him. "Was anyone hurt?" "Only if you count bruises," Min said grimly. "They were upset, all right, at first. Then they saw Moraine staring off toward Rand's hidey hole and decided it was his work. If the dragon wants to shake the mountain down on our heads, then the dragon must have a good reason for it. If he decided to make them take off their skins and dance in their bones, they would think it all right." She snorted and rapped the spoon on the edge of the kettle. He looked back toward Moraine's hut. If Leah had been hurt, if she were dead, the Aes Sedai would not simply have gone back inside. The sense of waiting was still there. Whatever it is, it hasn't happened yet. "Min, maybe you had better go. First thing in the morning. I have some silver I can let you have, and I'm sure Moraine would give you enough to take passage with a merchant's train out of Gillidan. You could be back in Baerlom before you know it." She looked at him until he began to wonder if he had said something wrong. Finally she said, "That is very sweet of you, Perrin, but no. I thought you wanted to go. You're always carrying on about having to stay here." "I knew an Ilianer woman once," she said slowly. "When she was young, her mother arranged a marriage for her with a man she had never even met. They do that down in Ilion sometimes. She said she spent the first 5 years raging
They're in
against him,
Berlin? Okay.
and the next 5 scheming to make
Yeah, I
his
was
life
gonna say, I don't
miserable
think
without
we're to
his
the
knowing
point
who
yet
was to
where
blame.
Nynaeve
It was only years later, she said,
and
when
what
he
is it,
died,
Brigitte
that she
or whatever
realized
gets
he really had been the love
captured
of
by
her
the sea
life.
people and put the collars on him and
I don't
shit.
see what that has to do
I
with
think that's
this.
like way later.
Her look said he obviously was not trying to understand, and her voice became overly patient. "Just because fate has chosen something for you instead of you choosing it for yourself doesn't mean it has to be bad, even if it's something you are sure you would never have chosen in 100 years. 'Better 10 days of love than years of regretting,'" she quoted. "I understand that even less," he told her.
I didn't
don't
know
have
you
to
could put a
stay if you
lead on a
don't want
parrot.
to." She hung the spoon on a tall forked stick stuck in the ground, then surprised him by rising on tiptoe to kiss his cheek.
Duck.
"You are a very nice man, Perrin Aybara, even if you don't understand anything."
Oh, is that where the bell tower is gonna be?
Perrin blinked at her uncertainly. He wished that he could be certain Rand was in his right mind, or that Mat were there. He was never sure of his ground with girls, but Rand always seemed to know his way. So did Mat. Most of the girls back home in Emmonsfield had sniffed that Mat would never grow up, but he had seemed to have a way with them. "What about you,
It's funny
Perrin?
how like all
Don't
three
you
of the
ever wanna go
guys
home?"
like think that they suck
"All
with
the
women
time,"
and that
he
the
said
other two are
fervently.
better with girls,
"But
and like they all say that
I do
throughout
not
the book.
think I can."
Rand, Mat,
Not
and
yet.
Perrin
He looked off toward Rand's veil.
in the tower itself.
"We are tied together, it seems, aren't we, Rand? Maybe not ever."
Duck.
He thought he had said that too softly for her to hear.
Oh, like
but
in
the look
this
she
tower,
gave
the
him was
circle
full of
tower.
sympathy and agreement. His ears caught faint footsteps behind him, and he looked back up toward Moraine's hut.
I got
Two
you.
shapes were making their way down through the deepening twilight. One a woman,
Oh,
slender and
shoot, this is
graceful,
really
even on the
cool.
rough, slanting ground. The man, head and shoulders taller than his companion, turned
Reuben.
off toward where the Shinarans were working.
That's
Even
wasteful,
to Perrin's
Reuben.
eyes, he was indistinct, sometimes seeming to vanish altogether, then appear in mid-stride, parts of him fading into the night and fading back as the wind gusted. Only a warder's shifting cloak could do that, which made the larger figure Lan, just as the smaller was certainly Moraine.
You're wasting.
Well behind them, another shape, even dimmer, slipped behind
Nice.
the trees.
This is cool.
Rand.
You
Perrin
know, in
thought,
case we got to work on the
going
clock.
back to his hut. Another night.
Did you
when
put
he won't
another
eat
clock
because
on
he
this
can't
one?
Stand the way everybody looks at him. "You must have eyes in the back of your head," Min said, frowning toward the approaching woman.
Oh, you did.
"Or else
Cool.
the sharpest ears I've ever
I like
heard."
how it's always 12:15
Is that
around
Moraine?
here,
Careless.
or 3 o'clock.
He had grown so used to the Shinarans knowing how well he could see, in daylight at least, they did not know about the night, that he was beginning to slip about other things.
Cool. This is cool.
Carelessness might kill me yet. Is the Tuathalan woman all right? Min asked as Moraine came to the fire.
We could stick a mob
She is
farm up in
resting.
here and drop
The
it down to the
Aes Sedai's low
first floor.
voice had its usual musical quality, as if speaking were halfway to singing, and her hair and clothes
Very
were
cool.
back in perfect
Whoa,
order
and
again.
I'm dead.
She rubbed her hands over the fire. There was a golden ring on her left hand, a serpent biting its own tail. The Great Serpent, an even older symbol for eternity than the Wheel of Time. Every woman trained in Tarvalin wore such a ring. For a moment, Moraine's gaze rested on Perrin and seemed to penetrate too deeply. She
Yeah,
fell
this place
and
is
split
definitely
her
looking
scalp
cool.
when rammed. Her mouth tightened, but in the next instant, her face was utter calm again. I
So
healed her,
this
and she is
building
sleeping.
seems like if it
There
were
is
like a
always a good
medieval
deal of
city,
blood,
like this
with
would kind
even
of
a
be
minor
like the
scalp
common
wound.
building or the church where everybody
it was
meets
not
or
serious.
something. Or the meeting hall.
Did you see anything about her, Min? Min looked uncertain. I thought I saw her dead.
Because usually like where the
Her own
king
face,
stays is up
all
on
over
top of
blood.
the hill, right?
I was sure I knew what it meant, but if she split her scalp,
I don't know.
are you sure
It's
she
all
is right?
imaginative anyways.
It was a measure of her discomfort that she asked. An Aes Sedai did not heal and leave anything wrong that could be healed. And Moraine's talents were particularly strong in that area. Min sounded so troubled that Perrin was surprised for a moment. Then he nodded to himself. She did not
Yeah,
really
that's what
like
I was
doing what she
thinking. And
did,
then
but it was
maybe
a
like
part
on
of
the
her.
floor above it,
She thought she knew how it worked, or some of it at least.
that can be where
If
like
she was wrong, it would almost be like finding out she did not know how to use her own hands.
where the nobles or the royalty
Moraine
looks
considered her
down
for a
at the
moment,
feast,
serene
like
and
they sit up
dispassionate.
there
You
and
have
address
not been wrong
their
in any reading for me.
their
Not
people.
one about which I had any way of knowing. Perhaps this is the first time. When I know, Min whispered obstinately. Light help me, I do. Or perhaps it is yet to come. She has a long way yet to travel, to return to her wagons, and she must ride through unsettled lands. The Aes Sedai's voice was a cool song, uncaring. Perrin made an involuntary sound in his throat. Light. Did I
Yeah, I'll
sound
probably
like
get
that?
off in about a half
I
hour.
won't let a
We
death
just hit
matter
3
that little
hours.
to
That's
me.
pretty good.
As if he had spoken out loud, Moraine looked at him.
And we had another
The wheel
viewer for
weaves
a
as
while
the
there.
wheel wills, Perrin. I told you long ago that we were in a war.
What you
We
got
cannot
for
stop
me
just
here?
because some of us may die. Any of us may die before it is done. Leah's weapons may not be the same as yours, but she knew that
Yo,
when she became
that's
part
really
of it.
cool.
Perrin dropped his eyes.
Is that like
may
one of
be
your old
Aes
builds or
Sedai,
something?
but I will never accept it the way you do. Lan joined them across the fire with Uno and Loyal. The flames cast flickering shadows across the warder's
Oof,
face, making
I
it
gotta
seem
pee.
more carved from stone, even than it normally did, all hard planes and angles. His cloak was not much easier to look at in the firelight. Sometimes it seemed only a dark gray cloak or black, but the gray and black appeared to crawl and change if you looked too closely, shapes and shadows sliding across it, soaking into it. Other times it looked as if Lan had somehow made a hole in the night and pulled darkness round his shoulders. Not at all an easy thing to watch, and not made any easier by the man who wore it. Lan was tall and hard, broad-shouldered, with blue eyes like frozen mountain lakes, and he moved with a deadly grace that made the sword on his hip seem a part of him. It was not that he seemed merely capable of violence and death. This man had tamed violence and death, and kept them in his pocket, ready to be loosed in a heartbeat, or embraced, should Moraine give the word. Beside Lan, even Uno appeared less dangerous. There was a touch of gray in the warder's long hair, held back by a woven leather cord around his forehead. But younger men stepped back from confronting Lan, if they were wise.
As the wheel of time turns.
Mistress Leah has the usual news from Almouth Plain, Moraine said.
Now someone else's build.
Everyone fighting everyone else.
Gotcha.
Villages burned.
Yeah, that is
people
really nice
fleeing in
looking
every
though.
direction. And hunters have appeared in the plain, searching for the Horn of Valir. Perrin shifted. The horn was where no hunter on Almouth Plain would find it. where he hoped no hunter ever would find it. And she gave him a cool look before continuing. She did not like any of them to speak of the horn, except when she chose to, of course. She brought different news as well. The White Cloaks have perhaps 5,000 men on Almouth Plain.
Ah!
Uno grunted. That's flamin'... pardon, Aes Sedai. That must be half their strength. They've never committed so much to one place before. Then I suppose all those who declared for Rand are dead or scattered, Perrin muttered. Or they soon will be. You are right, Moraine. He did not like the thought of White Cloaks. He did not like the Children of the Light at all. That is what is odd.
I don't like
said,
the White Cloaks
or
either.
the first part of it. The children have announced that their purpose is to bring peace, which is not unusual for them. What is unusual is that while they are trying to force the Taraboners and the Domani back across their respective borders, they have not moved in any force against those who have declared for the dragon. Min gave an exclamation of surprise.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Is she certain? That does not sound like any White Cloaks I ever heard of. There can't be many many tinkers.
I was
left
just,
on
they
the
didn't even,
plain,
yeah, and
Uno
the
said.
first season is all
His
the
voice
first
creaked from the
book.
strain of watching his language in
They
front
never
of an
even
Aes
found the
Sedai.
horn in the first
His
book,
real eye
right?
matched the
It
frown
was
of
the
painted
second one.
They don't like to stay where there's any kind of trouble, especially
I
fighting.
think so. I don't know.
There can't be enough of them to see everywhere. There are enough for my purposes, Moraine said firmly. Most have gone, but some few remained because I asked them to. And Leah is quite certain. Oh, the children have snapped up some of the dragons sworn,
So
but
now
there were
all
only
those
a
people...
handful gathered. But though they proclaim they will bring down this false
Yeah,
dragon,
that's totally true. The
though
whole
they have
book,
1,000
the whole
men
second book
supposedly
is
doing
called The
nothing
Great
but
Hunt.
hunting him, they avoid
They
contact
don't
with any
do
party
14
of as many as
seasons, but
50
only
dragons
8, I
sworn.
think. Oh, so they're a little bit
Not
into
openly,
this second
you
book then?
understand. But there is always some delay.
Yeah,
something
I
that allows
suppose.
those they chase to slip away.
Like you said, though, them giving Perrin
Then
a
Rand
wife
can
was
go
kind
down
of
to them
dumb.
as he wants.
Loyal
That
blinked
was probably the
uncertainly at
biggest
the Aes
atrocity
Sedai.
to me. I liked
whole
a lot
camp
of it,
knew of
though,
her
like
arguments
when
with
they're
Rand.
running from the two rivers
The wheel weaves away for
and
him.
they get stuck in that
Uno
city
and
with the
Lan
mist.
opened their mouths at the same
Mat
time, but the
finds the
Shiennaran gave
knife
way with
or
a
the
small
dagger.
bow. More likely, the warder said, it is some White Cloak plot, though the light burn me if I can see what it is. But when the White Cloaks give me a gift,
I need some more
I search for
mending.
the poison needle hidden in it. Uno nodded grimly.
I guess I'm gonna take this
Besides
nether
which,
block
Lan
back
added,
apart too,
the
because
Domani
we're
and the
not using that
Taraboners
at the moment.
are still trying as hard
I'm
to
gonna
kill the
make my
dragon
silk
sworn as they
touch
are to kill
into
each
a...
other. And there is another thing, Moraine said.
Yeah, I think that's probably my
3
favorite
young
scene
men
of the
have
whole
died in
first
villages Mistress Leah's
season is when
wagons
they're in that
passed
city.
near. Perrin noticed a flicker of Lan's
Shadar
eyelid.
Legoth.
For the warder, it was as much a sign of surprise as a shout from another man. Lan had not expected her to tell this. Moraine went on. 1 died by poison, 2 by the knife. Each in circumstances where no one should have been able to come close unseen.
I'm gonna
That is how it
reforge this
happened.
and see if I can't get silk
She peered
touch.
into the flames.
'Cause then I have a chance to get
All 3
efficiency
young
without
men
having
were
to
taller than most and had light-colored
spend a bunch of
eyes.
levels.
Light eyes are uncommon on Almouth Plain. But I think it is very unlucky right now to be a tall young man with light eyes there. How? Perrin asked. How could they be killed if no one could get close to them? The Dark One has killers you don't notice until it is too late, Lan said quietly.
The books that I've
Uno
read?
gave a shiver.
Oh, it's been so
The
long.
Soulless. I never heard of one south of the borderlands before.
I really like
Enough of such
I think
talk,
it's the second book where
Moraine
they're
said firmly.
traveling through the,
Perrin had questions.
like the nether
What
to
in the
them,
light are the
like where they
souls?
can fast travel.
Are they like a
the,
Trolloc
I forget
or
what
a
it's called.
Fade? What? But he left them unasked.
I guess I like that a lot.
When Moraine decided enough had been said about something, she would not talk of it any more. And when she shut her mouth, you could not pry lands open with an iron bar. The
Aw.
Shienarans followed her lead too. No one wanted to anger an Aes Sedai. Light.
I also
Min
like
muttered,
when I
uneasily
like
eyeing
the
deepening
arcs
darkness around
when
them.
Egwene and
You don't
Nynaeve
notice them?
are in the
Light.
school and they got to go through the portals and
So
stuff
nothing has changed.
to get their
Perrin said
rings.
glumly.
That's pretty cool
Not
stuff
really.
too.
We cannot go down to the plain, and the Dark One wants us dead.
Yeah, right. They do be nether traveling,
Everything
for
changes,
sure.
Moraine said calmly.
He straight
The
up ripped
pattern
that
takes
from
it all in.
Minecraft, man.
We must ride on the pattern, not on the changes of a moment. She looked at them each in turn, then said, Uno, are you certain
That might
your
even be
scouts
the
missed
first
nothing
book where they
suspicious?
start using that.
Even something small.
Because they have Loyal with them,
The Lord
who can read
Dragon's
the
rebirth
wastelands.
has loosed the bonds of certainty, Moraine said I, and there is never certainty if you fight Myrddraal. But I will stake my life that the scouts did as good a job as any warder. It was one of the longest speeches Perrin had ever heard out of Uno without any curses. There was sweat on the man's forehead from the effort. We all may, Moraine said.
Do I not have any
What
blank
Rand
books?
did might as well have been a fire on the mountaintop for any Myrddraal within 10 miles.
Well, I'll be damned.
Maybe, Min began hesitantly. Maybe you ought to set wards that will keep them out. Lan gave her a hard stare. He sometimes questioned Moraine's decisions himself, though he seldom did so.
Yeah, like, doesn't Rand figure out another way,
But he did not approve
too?
of others doing the same. Min frowned right back at him. Well, Myrddraal and Trollocs are bad enough, but at least I can see them.
Remember when
I don't like the idea that one of these
his
ale
ale
soulless
girlfriend
might sneak in here and slit
travels,
my throat before I even noticed
and
him.
then he follows her to like
The
some
words
ice
I
mountain
said
and
will
they
hide
do
us
it
from
in a
the
cave?
soulless as well as from any other shadow spawn, Moraine said. When you are weak, as we are, the best choice is often to hide. If there is a half-man close enough to have... Well, to set wards that would kill them if they tried to enter camp is beyond my abilities.
Oh, this guy doesn't have
And even
cheap
if I
trades
could,
for me anymore.
Such a warding
since you
would
healed
only
him.
pen us here. Since it is not
Oh, I
possible
probably
to
have
set two
mending books,
kinds of
though.
warding at once, I leave the scouts and the guards and Lan to defend us, and use the one warding that may do some good. I could make a circuit around the camp, Lan said. If there's anything out there that the scouts missed, I will find it. It was not a boast,
Where
just a
are
statement
all the
of
mending
fact.
books?
Uno even nodded agreement. Moraine shook her head. If you are needed tonight, my Guidine,
Oh, that's
it
all
will be
right.
here.
We got plenty of
Her
emeralds.
gaze rose toward the dark mountains around them.
All right,
There is
now
a feeling in the
efficiency.
air. Waiting. The word left Perrin's tongue
Wait,
before he
yeah,
could
I
stop
need
it.
one efficiency
When Moraine looked
for...
at him, into him, he wished he had it back. Yes, she said.
Oh, and I'm
Waiting.
breaking.
Make sure your guards are especially alert tonight, Uno. There was no need to suggest that the men sleep with their weapons close at hand. Shinarans always did that. Sleep well, she added to them all, as if there were any chance of that now. And
There we
started
go.
back for her hut.
Now I got the
Lan
perfect
stayed long
silk
enough to
touch
spoon up
pick.
3 dishes of stew, then hurried after her.
I have
quickly
3
swallowed by the
netherite
night.
pickaxes.
Perrin's eyes shone golden as they followed
Maxed
the warder through
out.
the darkness.
Actually,
Sleep
one of them
well,
needs another
he
efficiency.
muttered.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
The smell of cooked meat suddenly made him queasy. I have the 3rd watch, Uno? The Shinaran nodded. Then I will try to take her advice. Others were coming to the fires, and murmurs of conversation followed him up the slope. He had a hut to himself, a small thing of
What,
logs
mending
barely
books?
tall
I already
enough to
got them
stand
now.
in.
Thank you.
The chinks filled with
Oh,
dried mud.
netherite picks. Okay,
rough
that's
bed,
what you're talking about.
Added with pine boughs, beneath a blanket, took up nearly half of it.
Nice.
Whoever had
6
unsaddled his horse had also
pickaxes.
propped his bow just inside
You
the
ain't
door.
playing around, Ruben.
He hung up his belt, with axe and quiver, on a peg, then stripped down to his small clothes, shivering. The nights were cold still, but cold kept him from sleeping too deeply. In deep sleep, dreams came that he could not shake off. For a time, with a single blanket over him, he lay staring at the log roof, shivering. Then sleep came, and with it, dreams.
Oh, I forgot
Chapter
to put
4.
unbreaking on it. Darn it.
Shadows sleeping. Cold filled the common room of the inn, despite the fire blazing on the long stone hearth.
There we go.
Perrin rubbed his hands before the flames, but he could get no warmth in them. There was an odd comfort in the cold, though, as if it were a shield.
Oh, thank you.
A shield against what, he could not think.
What would I do without
Something
you,
murmured in
Ruben?
the back of his mind.
Definitely
dim
wouldn't have a cool
sound
base,
only
that's for
vaguely
sure.
heard, scratching to get in. So, you will give it up then. It is the best thing for you. Come, sit and we will talk. Perrin turned to look at the speaker.
I need to put more
The
efficiency
round
on my
tables
axe,
scattered
too.
around the room were empty except for the lone man seated in a corner in the shadows. The rest of the room seemed in some way hazy, almost an impression rather than a place, especially anything he was not looking at directly. He glanced back at the fire. It burned on a brick hearth now. Somehow, none of it bothered him. It should. But he could not have said why. The man beckoned and Perrin walked closer to his table. A square table. The tables were square. Frowning, he reached out to finger the tabletop, but pulled his hand back. There were no lamps in that corner of the room, and despite the light elsewhere, the man and his
Alright,
table
all
were
my
almost
tools are
hidden,
perfect now.
nearly blended with the dimness.
Let's go heal him up.
Perrin had a feeling that he knew the man, but it was as vague as what he saw out of the corner of his eye. The fellow was in his middle years, handsome and too well dressed for a country inn, in dark, nearly black velvets with white lace falls at his collar and cuffs. He sat stiffly, sometimes pressing a hand to his chest as if moving hurt him. His
Yeah, I'll
dark
just go to
eyes
the
were
gold
fixed on
farm
Perrin's
quick.
face. They appeared
It's
like glistening
probably a little
points
faster in the
shadows.
raid farm to heal stuff.
Give what up? Perrin asked.
I just like getting the emeralds from the raid farm.
Of course. The man nodded to the axe at Perrin's waist. He sounded surprised, as if it were a conversation they had had before, an old argument taken up again. Perrin had not realized the axe was there, had not felt the weight of it pulling at his belt. He ran a hand
What are
over the
those
half-moon blade
minecart
and the
sounds
thick
coming
spike
from?
that balanced it. The steel felt solid. More solid than anything else there. Maybe even more solid than he was himself. He kept his hand there to hold on to something real. I have thought of it, he said, but I do not think I can. Not yet. Not yet? The inn seemed to flicker, and the murmur sounded again in his head. No. The murmur faded. No. The man smiled, a cold smile. You are a blacksmith, boy, and a good one from what I hear. Your hands were made for a hammer, not an axe. Made to make things, not to kill. Go back to that before it is too late.
Wait, I don't have efficiency 5 on my
Perrin found
shovel
himself
either.
nodding. Yes, but I'm Taviran. He had never said that out loud before. But he knows it already.
Can they see
He was
me
sure
from
of
2
that,
blocks lower?
though he could not
Oh,
say
they
why.
can?
For an instant the man's
I didn't
smile
know
became
that.
a grimace, but then it returned in more strength than before.
Thank you.
A cold strength. There are ways to change things, boy. Ways to avoid even fate. Sit, and we will talk of them. The shadows appeared to shift and thicken, to reach out. Perrin took a step back, keeping well in the light. I don't think so. At least have a drink with me. To years past and years to come.
Hey,
Here.
you're stuck, dude.
You will see things more clearly
Stop being
after.
stuck.
The cup the man pushed across the table had not been there a moment before. It shone bright silver, and dark, blood-red wine filled it to the brim. Perrin peered at the man's face. Even to his sharp eyes, the shadows seemed to shroud the other man's features like a warder's cloak. Darkness molded the man like a caress. There was something about the man's eyes, something he thought he could remember if he tried hard enough. The murmur returned.
Oh,
No,
I should make
he
my
said. He
trident
spoke to the
too.
soft
I
sound
forgot about
inside his
that.
head, but when the man's mouth tightened in anger, a flash of rage suppressed as soon as begun, he decided it would do for the wine as well. I am not thirsty. He turned and started for the door. The fireplace was rounded river stones. A few long tables lined by benches filled the room. He suddenly wanted to be outside.
Just like
Anywhere
that,
away
tools
from
are
this man.
healed.
You will not have many chances, the man said behind him in a hard
Easy
voice.
peasy.
3 threads woven together share one another's doom. When one is cut, all are. Fate can kill you if it does not do worse. Perrin felt a sudden heat against his back, rising then fading just as quickly, as if the doors of a huge smelting furnace had swung open and closed again. Startled, he turned back to the room.
I know nothing about
It was empty.
soccer, football.
Only a dream, he thought, shivering from the cold. And with that, everything shifted.
Aw, that's gonna
He
stop
stared
the
into the
rain.
mirror, a part of him not comprehending what he saw, another part accepting. A gilded helmet, worked like a lion's head, sat on
I thought
his
I
head
had a
as if it
Riptide
belonged
book
there.
somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Gold leaf covered his ornately hammered breastplate, and goldwork embellished the plate and mail on his arms and legs. Only the axe at his side was plain. A voice, his own, whispered in his mind that he would take it over any other weapon, had carried it 1,000 times in 100 battles. No,
Do I
He
not
wanted to
have a
take it
Riptide
off,
villager?
throw it away.
I thought I did.
I can't. There was a sound in his head, louder than a murmur, almost at the level of understanding. A man destined for glory. He spun away from the mirror and found himself staring at the most beautiful woman he had ever
I have
seen.
channeling.
He noticed nothing about the room, cared to see nothing but her.
Do I have that on my...
Her eyes were pools of midnight, her
Oh, my
skin
boots are a
creamy
little
pale,
lacking.
and
Let's get
surely
the Step
softer,
Strider.
more smooth than her dress of white silk. When she moved toward him, his mouth went dry. He realized that every other woman he had ever seen was clumsy and ill-shaped. He shivered and wondered why he felt cold. A man should grasp his destiny with both hands, she said, smiling. It was almost
Oh, I don't
enough
have
to
feather
warm him,
falling
that
on them
smile.
either.
She was tall, less than a hand short of being able to look him in the eyes. Silver combs held hair darker than a raven's wing. A broad belt of silver links banded a waist he could have encircled with his hands. Yes, he whispered. Inside him, startlement fought with acceptance. He had no use for glory. But when she said it, he wanted nothing else. I mean... The murmuring sound dug at his skull. No! It was gone, and for a moment, so was acceptance. Almost. He put a hand to his head, touched the golden helmet, took it off.
Can you put a trident
I-
in a table by itself?
I don't think I want this. It is not mine. Don't want it.
Let's
She
find
laughed.
out.
What man with blood in his veins would not want glory? As much glory as if you had sounded the horn of Valier. I don't, he said, though a piece of him shouted that he lied. The horn of Valier.
Stupid ads. Yeah, it's a cool photo.
The horn rang out, and the wild charge began. Death rode at his shoulder, and yet she waited ahead, too. His lover, his destroyer. No, I am a blacksmith. Her smile was pitying. Such a little thing to want. You must not listen to those who would try to turn you from your destiny. They would demean you, debase
Oh, it does
you,
work.
destroy you. Fighting fate can only bring pain. Why choose pain
Hell
when
yeah.
you can have glory? When your name can be remembered alongside all the heroes of legend? I am no hero.
Now I
You
just need
don't
more
know the
mending
half
for
of
that.
what you are, of what you can be. Come, share a cup with me, to destiny and glory. There was a shining silver cup in her hand, filled with blood-red wine. Drink. He stared at the cup, frowning. There was something familiar about it. A growling chewed at his brain. No! He fought away from it, refusing to listen. No! She held out the golden cup to him. Drink. Golden? I thought the cup was... It was... The rest of the thought would not come. But in his confusion the sound came again, inside, gnawing, demanding to be heard. "No," he said. "No!" He looked at the golden helmet in his hands and threw it aside. "I am a blacksmith. I am—" The sound within his head fought him, struggling toward being heard. He wrapped his arms around his head to shut it out, and only shut it in. "I am a man!" he shouted. Darkness enfolded him, but her voice followed, whispering, "The night is always there, and dreams come to all men, especially you, my wildling, and I will always be in your dreams." Stillness. He lowered his arms. He was back in his own coat and breeches again, sturdy and well-made, if plain. Suitable garb for a blacksmith or any country man.
There,
Yet he
now
barely noticed
everything's
them.
perfect.
He stood on a low-railed bridge
Yeah,
of
for
stone,
sure.
arching
Parents
from
always,
one
like-
wide, flat-topped stone spire to another. Spires that rose from depths
Parents
too far
always
for even
like,
his
I'm a
eyes to
good
penetrate.
man, but I do bad
The
things.
light would have been dim to any other eyes, and he could not make out from where it came. It just was. Everywhere he looked, left and right, up or down, were more bridges, more spires, and railless ramps. There seemed no end to them, no pattern. Worse, some of those ramps climbed to spire tops that had to be directly above the ones they had left. Splashing water echoed, the sound seeming to come from everywhere at once. He shivered with cold. Suddenly, from the corner of his eye, he caught a motion, and without thinking, he crouched behind the stone railing.
Watch, now that I got everything all
There was danger in being
perfect,
seen.
I'm gonna
He
die
did not
again
know why,
in the void.
but he knew it was true. He just knew. Cautiously
I
peering
wanna
over
go
the
use
top
my
of the rail,
riptide.
he sought what he had seen moving. A flash of white flickered on a distant ramp. A woman, he was sure, though he could not quite make her out. A woman in a white dress,
Yeah.
hurrying somewhere. On a bridge slightly below him, and much closer than the ramp where the woman had been, a man suddenly appeared, tall and dark and slender. The silver in his black hair giving him a distinguished look, his dark green coat thickly embroidered with golden leaves. Gold work covered his belt and pouch, and gems sparkled on his dagger sheath, and gold
This is
fringe
where I've
encircled
got all
his
the
boot
ink
tops.
and stuff from.
Where'd he come from? Another man started across the bridge from the other side, his appearance as sudden as the first man's. Black stripes ran down the puffy sleeves of his red coat, and pale lace hung thick at his collar and cuffs. His boots were so worked with silver that it was hard to see the leather. He was shorter than the man he went to meet, more stocky, with close-cropped hair as white as his lace. Age did not make him frail, though. He strode with the same arrogant strength the other man showed. The two of them approached each other warily, like horse traders who know the other fellow has a spavined mare to sell, Perrin thought. The men began to talk. Perrin strained his ears, but he could not hear so much as a murmur above the splashing echoes. Frowns and glares and sharp motions, as if half on the point of striking. They did not trust one another. He thought they might even hate each other. He glanced up, searching for the woman, but she was gone. When he looked back down, another man had joined the first two, and somehow, from somewhere, Perrin knew him with the vagueness of an old memory. A handsome man in his middle years, wearing nearly black velvet and white lace. An inn, Perrin thought, and something before that. Something a long time ago, it seemed. But the memory would not come. The first two men stood side by side now, made uncomfortable allies by the presence of the newcomer. He shouted at them and shook his fist while they shifted uneasily, refusing to meet his glares. If the two hated each other, they feared him more. His eyes, Perrin thought. What is strange about his eyes? The tall, dark man began to argue back, slowly at first, then with increasing fervor. The white-haired man joined in, and suddenly their temporary alliance broke. All three shouted at once, each at both of the others in turn. Abruptly the man in dark velvets threw his arms wide as if demanding an end to it. And an expanding ball of fire enveloped them, hid them, spreading out and out. Perrin threw his arms around his head and dropped behind the stone railing, huddling there as wind buffeted him and tore at his clothes, a wind as hot as fire.
Wow, that took me 120
wind
levels
that
to do
was
all that. I
fire.
just realized that.
Even with his eyes shut, he could see it, flame billowing across everything, flame blowing through everything. The fiery gale roared through him, too. He could feel it, burning, tugging, trying to consume him and scatter the ashes. He yelled, trying to hang on to himself, knowing it was not enough. And between one heartbeat and the next, the wind was gone. There was no diminishing. One instant a storm of flame pummeled him, the next utter stillness. The echoes of falling water were the only sound. Slowly Perrin sat up, examining himself. His clothes were unsinged and whole, his exposed skin unburned. Only the memory of heat made him believe it had happened. A memory in the mind alone. His body felt no memory of it. Cautiously he peeked over the railing. Only a few paces of half-melted footing at either end remained of the bridge where the men had been standing. Of them there was no sign. A prickling in the hair on the back of his neck made him look up. On a ramp above him and to the right, a shaggy gray wolf stood looking at him. No! He scrambled to his feet and ran. This is a dream, a nightmare. I want to wake up. He ran, and his vision blurred. The blurs shifted. A buzzing filled his ears, then faded, and as it went, the shimmering in his eyes steadied. He shivered with the cold and knew this for a dream, certain and sure, from the first moment. He was dimly aware of some shadowy memory of dreams preceding this, but this one he knew. He had been in this place before, on previous nights, and if he understood nothing of it, he still knew it for a dream. For once, knowing changed nothing. Huge columns of polished redstone surrounded the open space where
Redstone?
he stood beneath
They
the
are in
domed ceiling
Minecraft.
50 paces or more above his head. He and another man as big could not have encircled one of those columns with their arms. The floor was paved with great slabs of pale gray stone, hard, yet worn by countless generations of feet. And centered beneath the dome was the reason why all those feet had come to this chamber. A sword hanging hilt down in the air, apparently without support, seemingly where anyone could reach out and take it. It revolved slowly as if some breath of air caught it. Yet it was not really a sword.
Definitely
It seemed
undeniable
made of
proof.
glass or perhaps crystal. Blade and hilt and crossguard, catching such
You know,
light
I
as there
could
was
see
and
Notch
shattering
being a
it
Wheel
into
of Time
1,000
fan,
glitters and
actually.
flashes.
Oh, did I get it? I got another
He walked
trident,
toward it and
Ruben.
put out his hand, as he had done each time before. He clearly remembered
I've
doing
killed a
it.
lot of drowned, and I've
The
only
hilt
gotten
hung there in
2.
front of his face,
I'll let
within
you
easy
get this
reach.
one.
A foot from the shining sword, his hand splayed out against empty air, as if it had touched stone.
They're really
As he
nice
had
for the
known it
rain.
would.
You don't use as many rockets.
He pushed harder, but he might as well have been
Yeah,
shoving
let's see how
against
many
a wall.
drowned that I've killed.
The sword turned and sparkled, a foot away, and as far out of reach as if on the other side of an ocean. Kalandor. He was not certain whether the whisper came inside his head or out. It seemed to echo round the columns, as soft as the wind, everywhere at once, insistent. Kalandor.
I've killed 3 bats.
Who wields me?
I killed a
wields
bee.
destiny.
I would never do that.
Take me and begin
I've been
the
killed
final
twice by
journey.
Blaze.
He took a step back, suddenly frightened.
I've killed
That whisper had
626
never come
creepers.
before.
Oh, that's probably
4
from the
times
mob
before
farm,
he had
though.
had this
But
dream.
yeah,
He
190
could remember
drowned,
that even now.
and I've only gotten 2
4 nights, one after the other. And this was the
tridents.
first time anything had changed in it. The Twisted Ones come. It was a different whisper from a source he knew, and he jumped as if a murderall had touched him. A wolf stood there among the columns, a mountain wolf, almost waist-high and shaggy white and gray. It stared at him intently with eyes as yellow as his own. The Twisted Ones come. No, Perrin rasped. No, I will not let you in. I will
Yeah,
not.
that's...
He clawed
I
his way
spent
awake and
hours
sat up
here
in
the
his
other
hut,
day to
shaking
get all
with fear
that,
and cold and
well,
anger.
like an hour. Not that long.
I
Not
will
hours,
not,
but I spent like an
whispered
hour
hoarsely.
here the other day trying to get all
The
that
Twisted Ones come.
Nautilus shells and
The
black
thought was
ink.
clear in his head, but the thought was not his own. The Twisted Ones come, brother.
190, that's a lot of drowns to kill just in this
Chapter
little pond
5.
here, though.
Nightmares walking.
All right, whose chapter is this going to be?
Leaping from his bed, Perrin snatched his
Ah,
axe and
more
ran
Perrin.
outside,
I hate when they
barefoot
do
and
that.
wearing nothing but thin linen, heedless of the cold. The moon bathed the clouds with pale white. More than enough light for his eyes, more than enough to see the shapes slipping through the trees from all sides, shapes almost as big as Loyal, but with faces distorted by muzzles and beaks, half-human heads wearing horns and feathered crests, stealthy forms stalking on hooves or paws as often as booted feet. He opened his mouth to shout warning, and suddenly the door of Moraine's hut burst open and Lan dashed out, sword in hand, and shouting, "Trollocs! Wake for your lives, Trollocs!" Shouts answered him as men began to tumble from their huts, garbed for sleep, which for most meant not at all, but with swords ready. With a bestial roar, the Trollocs rushed forward to be met with steel and cries of "Shinar!" and "The Dragon Reborn!" Lan was fully clothed. Perrin would have bet the warder had not slept, and he flung himself among the Trollocs as if his wool were armor. He decided to dance from one to another, man and sword following like water or wind, and where the warder danced, Trollocs screamed and died. Moraine was out in the night as well, dancing her own dance among the Trollocs. Her only apparent weapon was a switch, but where she slashed a Trolloc,
I think
a
they
line
both
of flame
look good.
grew on its flesh. Her free hand threw fiery balls summoned from thin air, and Trollocs howled as flames consumed them, thrashing on the ground.
Yeah, whichever one you want to
burst
go
into
with,
flame
I
from
think they
root to
both look
crown,
fine.
Then another and another.
You could tell what they are.
Trollocs shrieked at the sudden light, but they did not stop swinging their spiked axes and swords curved like scythes. Abruptly, Perrin saw Leah step hesitantly out of Moraine's cabin, halfway around the bowl from him, and all thought of anything else left him. The Tuathalan woman pressed her back against the log wall, a hand to her throat. The light from the burning trees showed him the pain and horror, the loathing on her face as she watched the carnage. "Hide!" Perrin shouted at her. "Get back inside and hide!" The swelling roar of fighting and dying swallowed his words.
Yeah, and the shader's definitely what made my stream run slower.
For the
I haven't
love of the
seen any
light,
slowdown
hide!
on it since.
A Trolloc loomed up over him, a cruelly hooked beak where its mouth and nose should have been. Black mail and spikes covered it from shoulders to knees.
I wonder if I should
and it
start
moved on a
uploading my
hawk's
VODs
talons
to
as it
YouTube.
swung one of
Like
those
maybe make
strangely
a second
curved
channel.
swords. It smelled of sweat and dirt and blood. Perrin crouched under the slash, shouting wordlessly as he struck out with his axe. He knew he should have been afraid, but urgency suppressed fear. All that mattered was that he had to reach Leah, had to get her to safety, and the Trolloc was in the way. The Trolloc fell, roaring and kicking. Perrin did not know where he had hit it, or if it were dying or merely hurt. He leaped over it, where it lay thrashing, and ran scrambling up the slope. Burning trees cast lurid shadows across the small valley. A flickering
Let's see
shadow
if I
beside
can get you
Moraine's hut
riptide
suddenly
on
resolved
this,
into a
Ruben.
Trolloc, goat-snouted and horned. Gripping a wildly spiked axe with both hands, it seemed on the point of rushing down into the fray when its eyes fell on
loyalty.
Leah. "No!"
Huh,
Perrin
so
shouted.
you'll have to get
Like,
riptide on it
no!
yourself.
Rocks skittered away under his bare feet. He did not feel the bruises. The Trolloc's axe rose. "Leah!" At the last instant, the Trolloc spun, axe flashing toward Perrin. He threw himself down, yelling as steel scored his back. Desperately, he flung out a hand, caught a goat hoof, and pulled with all his strength. The Trolloc's feet came out from under it, and it fell with a crash. But as it slid down
Where'd
the
you
slope,
go?
it seized Perrin in hands big enough to make two of his, pulling him along to roll over and over. The stink of it filled his nostrils, goat stench and sour man sweat. Massive arms snaked around his chest, squeezing the air out.
I see a name tag.
His ribs creaked on the point of breaking. The Trolloc's axe was gone in the fall, but blunt goat teeth sank into Perrin's shoulder, powerful
What the-
jaws chewing. He groaned as pain jolted down his left arm. His lungs labored for breath, and blackness crept in on the edges of his vision, but dimly he was aware that his other arm was free.
There you go,
But
friend.
somehow, he had held on to his own axe. He held it short on the handle, like a hammer, with the spike foremost. With a roar that
I
took
think
the
it went
last
in
of
your
his air,
inventory.
he drove the spike
Think
into
you
the
got it.
Trolloc's temple.
Yep.
Soundlessly it convulsed, limbs flinging wide, hurling him away. By instinct alone, his hand tightened on the axe, ripping it loose as the Trolloc slid further down
Oh,
the
I gotta
slope,
put him
still
breaking on
twitching.
mine, too.
For a moment, Perrin lay there, fighting for breath. The gash across his back burned, and he felt the wetness of blood. His shoulder protested as he pushed himself up. Leah! She was still there, huddled in front of the hut, not more than 10 paces upslope, and watching him with such a look on her face that he could barely meet her eyes. "Don't pity me," he growled at her. "Don't
I forgot to grab the books.
The
Darn it.
Murdrol's leap from the roof of the hut seemed to take too long, and its dead
Damn,
black
they're getting
cloak
attacked by a
hung during the
Murdrol.
slow fall, as if the half-men were standing on the ground already. Its eyeless gaze was fixed on Perrin. It smelled like death. Cold seeped through Perrin's arms and legs as the Murdrol stared at him. His chest felt like a lump of ice. "Leah," he whispered. It was all he could do not to run. "Leah, please hide. Please." The half-man started toward him, slowly, confident that fear held him in a snare. It moved like a snake, unlimbering
There
a
we
sword
go.
so black only the burning trees made it visible. "Cut one leg of the tripod," it said softly, "and all fall down." Its voice sounded like dry, rotted leather crumbling. Suddenly Leah moved, throwing herself forward, attempting to wrap her arms around the Murdrol's legs. It gave an almost casual backwards swing of its dark sword, never even looking around, and she crumpled. Tears started in the corners of Perrin's eyes. "I should have helped her, saved her. I should have done something." But so long as the Murdrol stared at him with its eyeless gaze, it was an effort even to think. "We come, brother. We come, young bull." The words inside his mind made his head ring like a struck bell. The reverberation shivered through him. With the words came the wolves, scores of them, flooding into his mind as he was aware of them flooding into the bowl-shaped valley. Mountain wolves almost as tall as a man's waist, all white and gray, coming out of the night at the run, aware of the two-legs' surprise as they darted in to take on the twisted ones. Wolves filled him till he could barely remember being a man. His eyes gathered the light, shining golden yellow, and the half-man stopped its advance as if suddenly uncertain. "Fade," Perrin said roughly, but then a different name came to him from the wolves. Trollocs, the twisted ones, made during the War of the Shadow, from melding men and animals, were bad enough, but the Murdrol— "Never born," young bull spat. Lip curling back in a snarl, he threw himself at the Murdrol. It moved like a viper, sinuous and deadly, black sword quick as lightning. But he was Young Bull. That was what the wolves called him.
Dude,
Young
my
Bull,
mouse.
with horns of steel that he wielded with his hands. He was one with the wolves. He was a wolf, and any wolf would die 100 times over to see one of the Neverborn go down. The Fade fell back before him, its darting blade now trying to deflect his slashes. Hamstring and throat, that was how wolves killed. Young Bull suddenly threw himself to one side.
I'm gonna
and
wait
dropped to
till
a
this
knee, his
scene
axe
in the book
slicing
is
across the
over,
back
and
of
then
the
I'll probably
half-man's
end it,
knee.
Ruben.
It screamed, a bone-burrowing sound to raise his hair at any other time, and fell, catching itself with one hand. The half-man, the Neverborn, still held its sword firmly, but before it could set itself, Young Bull's axe struck again. Half-severed, the Murdrol's head flopped over to hang down its back. Yet still leaning there on one hand, the Neverborn slashed wildly with its sword. Neverborn were always long in dying. From the wolves as much as his own eyes, Young Bull received impressions of Trollocs thrashing
God,
on the
I gotta pee
ground,
again.
shrieking, untouched by wolf or man. Those who would have been linked to this Murdrol, and would die when
Yeah,
it did.
I was
if no
watching
one
this
killed them
video
first.
last night about how Shigeru
The
Miyamoto
urge
is an
to rush
asshole.
down the slope and join his brothers,
Yeah,
join in
he's an
killing
asshole.
The twisted ones,
Hey, it's
and
a
hunting
full
the
moon.
remaining Neverborn was strong,
I'm gonna run to the
but a buried fragment that was still man remembered.
swamp quick.
Leah. He dropped his axe and turned her over gently. Blood covered her face.
4
and
clocks
her
next
eyes
to each
stared
other?
up at him, glazed with death.
I think there just needs to be
An
one on each
accusing
side,
stare,
right?
It seemed to him.
That's how a normal clock tower
I
is.
tried,
I don't know,
he
though.
told her.
You do what you think looks
I
good.
tried to save you.
I will never question your
Her
ability to
stare did
build,
not
Ruben.
change. What else could I have done? It would have killed you if I hadn't killed it. Come, young bull. Come kill the twisted ones. Wolf rolled over him, enveloped him. Letting Leah back down, Perrin took up his axe, blade gleaming wetly. His eyes shone as he raced down the rocky slope. He was young bull. Trees scattered around the bowl-shaped valley burned like torches.
Where
A tall pine flared into
is the
flame as
swamp?
young bull joined the battle.
Probably should
The
have
night
taken
air
the
flashed
nether.
actinic blue, like sheet lightning, as Lan engaged another Myrddraal, ancient Aes Sedai made steel, meeting black steel wrought in Thunkandar, in the shadow of Shale Ghul. Loyal wielded a quarterstaff the size of a fence rail, the whirling timber marking a space no Trolloc entered without falling. Men fought desperately in the dancing shadows, but young bull, Perrin, noted in a distant way that too many of the Shienaran two-legs were down.
Oh, I went the wrong
The
way.
brothers and sisters fought in small
Got
packs
it.
of 3 or 4, dodging
I'm
scythe-like
like over by
swords
spawn.
and spiked axes, darting in with slashing teeth to sever hamstrings, lunging to bite out throats as their prey fell. There was no honor in the way they fought, no glory, no mercy. They had not come for battle, but to kill. Young bull joined one of the small packs, the blade of his axe serving for teeth. He no longer thought of the greater battle. There was only the Trolloc he and the wolves, the brothers, cut off from the rest and brought down. Then there would be another, and another, and another, until none were left. None here, none anywhere. He felt the urge to hurl the axe aside and use his teeth, to run on all fours as his brothers did. Run through the high mountain passes. Run belly-deep in powdery snow pursuing deer. Run with the cold wind ruffling his fur. He snarled with his brothers, and Trollocs howled with fear at his yellow-eyed gaze even more than they did at the other wolves. Abruptly he realized there were no more Trollocs standing anywhere in the bowl, though he could feel his brothers pursuing others as they fled. A pack of 7 had a different prey, somewhere out there in the darkness. One of the Neverborn ran for its hard-footed forelegs, its horse, a distant part of him, said, and his brothers followed, noses filled with its scent, its essence of death. Inside his head he was with them, seeing with their eyes. As they closed in, the Neverborn turned, cursing. Black blade and black-clad Neverborn like part of the night. But night was where his brothers and sisters hunted. Young bull snarled as the first brother died, its death pain lancing him. Yet the others closed in,
And
more
night's gonna
brothers
be
and
over by the
sisters
time I
died.
get there.
But snapping jaws dragged the Neverborn down. It fought back with its own teeth now, ripping out throats,
Half over.
slashing with fingernails that sliced skin and flesh like the hard claws the two legs carried. But brothers savaged it even as they died. Finally, a lone sister heaved herself out of the still twitching pile and staggered to one side. Morning Mist, she was called. But as with all their names, it was more than that. A frosty morning with the bud of snow was yet to come already in the air, and the mist curling thick across the valley, swirling with the sharp breeze that
Ah,
carried
you
the
got
promise of
me.
good
You
hunting.
got me.
Raising her head, Morning Mist howled to the cloud-hidden moon, mourning her dead. Young Bull threw back his head and howled with her, mourned with her. When he lowered his head, Min was staring at him. "Are
Men,
you
stop
all right,
staring.
she asked hesitantly. There was a bruise on her cheek and a sleeve half torn from her coat. She had a cudgel in one hand and a dagger in the other, and there was blood and hair on both. They were all staring at him, he saw, all those who were still on their feet. Loyal, leaning wearily on his tall staff. Shienarans who had been carrying their fallen down to where Moraine crouched over one of their number, with Lan standing at her side. Even the Aes Sedai was looking his way. The burning trees, like huge torches, cast a wavering light.
How are
Dead
you out of
Trollocs lay
gold?
everywhere. There were more Shienarans down than standing, and the bodies of his brothers were scattered among them. So many.
There's
Perrin
probably
realized
some
he
at the
wanted
gold
to howl
farm.
again. Frantically, he walled himself off from contact with the wolves. Images seeped through, emotions, as he tried to stop them. Finally, though, he could no longer feel them, feel their pain or their anger, or the desire to hunt the twisted ones, or to run. He gave himself a shake. The wound on his back burned like fire, and his torn shoulder felt as if it had been hammered on an anvil.
You mean the two bells?
His bare feet, scraped and bruised, throbbed with his pain. The smell of blood was everywhere. The smell of
Oh yeah,
drugs
that's where all your
and
gold
death.
went.
I'm all right, men. You fought well, blacksmith, Lan said. The warder raised his still bloody sword above his head. Taishar, Manetheren. Taishar, Andor. True blood of Manetheren. True blood of Andor. The Shinarans, still standing, so few, lifted their blades and joined him. Taishar, Manetheren. Taishar, Andor. Loyal nodded.
Taviran,
He added.
No, don't blow up.
Perrin lowered his eyes in embarrassment. Lan had saved him from the questions he did not want to answer, but had given him an honor he did not deserve. The others did not understand. He wondered what they would say if they knew the truth. Men moved closer, and he muttered,
Lee is dead. I almost reached her in time.
How are these blocks not blowing
It
up?
wouldn't have made any difference, she said softly. You know that. She leaned to look at his back and winced. Moraine will take care of that for you. She's healing those
Yeah,
she
these
can.
blocks won't blow up for some reason. That's
Perrin
weird.
nodded. His back felt sticky with drawing blood all the way to his waist. But despite the pain,
Did you
he
guys
hardly
turn
noticed it.
creeper? No, because I had a creeper blow
Light.
up on me earlier.
I almost didn't come back that time. I can't let that happen again. I won't. Never again. But when he was with the wolves, it was all so
Oh,
different.
okay, the netherrack blows up.
He did not have to worry about strangers being afraid of him just because he was big then. There was no one thinking he was slow-witted just because he tried to be careful. Wolves
No,
knew
it's
each
not.
other even if they had never
I
met
guess
before.
it just had a high
And with
blast
them, he was
resistance?
just
I don't
another
know.
wolf.
It's weird that they didn't blow up at
No.
all.
His hands tightened on the haft of his axe.
Now I gotta fix
No.
this.
He gave a
Lame.
start as Masima suddenly spoke up. It was a sign, the Shinaran said, turning in a circle to address everyone. There was blood on his arms and his chest. He had fought in nothing but his breeches. And he moved with a limp, but the light in his eyes was as fervent as it had ever been. More fervent. A sign to confirm our faith.
Man, you don't even get
Even
close
wolves
to all the
came to
blocks
fight for the
back
dragon
from
reborn.
creepers.
In the last battle, the dragon will summon even the beasts of the forest to fight at our sides. It is a sign for us to go forth. Only dark friends will fail to
Alright,
join us.
night's over.
Two of the Shinarans nodded. You shut your bloody mouth, Masima, Uno snapped. He seemed untouched, but then Uno had been fighting Trollocs since before Perrin was born. Yet
I
he
should
sagged
grab
with
some of this
weariness.
mud.
Only the painted eye in his eye patch seemed fresh.
I think we got a bigger
Will
mangrove
flaming
swamp
go
than that,
forth when the
though.
Lord Dragon bloody well tells us, and not before. You sheep-headed farmers, flaming remember that. The one-eyed man looked at the growing row of men being tended by Moraine. Few were able to as much as sit up, even after she was done with them, and shook his head. At least we'll have
I'm not
plenty
even
of
going
flaming
north.
wolf hides to keep the wounded warm. No! The Shinarans seemed surprised at the vehemence in Perrin's voice. They fought for us, and we'll bury them with our dead. Uno frowned and opened his mouth as if to argue, but Perrin fixed him with a steady, yellow-eyed stare. It was the Shinaran.
Stupid ads. Ad block doesn't help with this Toki book. Yeah, I'm just gonna fly back to base and then call it. Turn this book
He
off.
dropped his gaze first.
I wish it would save my place. That's kind of lame. Oh, I almost died. I'm like lost right now. Okay, I think I know where I am. There we are. All right, Ruben. Well, thank you for sticking around again, man. I appreciate it. Definitely good to have you here. And I will either see you later or tomorrow night. Or, I mean, tomorrow. I'll see you later tonight or tomorrow. So, have a good one, bro.